Hey! Good morning, everybody. Hello. Scott, make note it's hump day.
Oh, sweet.
Noted.
You think Scott misses anything with the word hump in it?
No, especially
I
not
don't
Scott.
think
no.
so.
I'm wearing my shirt today. It says hump.
Not since the early years of 2020.
Yep. Let's get it on.
Let's get it on.
Let's get it on.
Adios, V-card.
Hey, a rainy, stormy Wednesday morning. But we need the rain, right?
We need the rain.
We don't need it to rain when we're coming into work, though.
Did we need the hail at 3 in the morning? Because I didn't need that at my house.
Hell no.
That's a dad sign, by the way. Is
What?
when if it's thundering and lightning and rain out there, for your first thought to go, we need the rain.
We need the rain. No, we don't.
The lawn needs the rain.
My okra needs it.
You growing okra?
Heck yeah.
He's an Oak Ridge boy.
Duh.
I have a garden.
It's this guy growing okra.
We
And it's produced maybe 15 so far, so it's really
15 okra.
crushing.
get out of here, dude. That's a plate. That's an app. That's an
high
appetizer.
yield.
Yeah, it's been good.
High yield crop.
That's an appetizer. We went out over the weekend to Eckert's, and we were picking apples and different things, and we are like, you know.
That's fun for about 5 minutes.
Yeah, so we got some apples after about 5 minutes, and then we got a couple plants for the house, and then we're like, let's go to the restaurant. And the boys had fried okra for the first time and talked about it for like 4 days.
See? That's
They're
what
like,
Well, you
Liz
were
did.
there when I tried fried okra for the first time at Golden Corral.
Yeah, what? I forgot about that too. Well, it was their first time as well, and they talked about it for days. They're like, can we order that? Can we get it like delivered, like fried okra? Can we go someplace
Everybody
with
remembers
fried
their
okra?
first time.
Hey. I love that we have on video your first time because you
And my reaction.
and your reaction because you went from like nom, 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 and then you put your head on your hip and you're like,
I'm missing out on this. Now, will I order it again? Probably not.
probably not.
Boys are going to raid your garden there, Scott. Don't let them know
and
that you're growing it.
what I've been doing too is throwing it into pickle jars as well.
He's
letting them pickle.
pickling son bitch.
Yeah.
Dude, those are good. Like if
That's
you
the way to
pickle
do it.
okra,
Pokra.
a little red onion in there, get out of here.
What is that?
That's the pickle noise.
That's the
That's
okra
the sound
excitement.
of pickling? That's the sound of pickling?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
All right, let's play a game then.
All right.
Okay.
Okay, we'll play a game called What's This Sound?
Great.
What's happening here?
Oh, they're going to say, pickle this.
Listen, as we are with Russian women, the Russians pickle everything.
You better believe it.
Have you ever had pickled watermelon?
No, I'm fine with it the way it is.
It's excellent. You've had it, right?
Probably, yes, I've had pickled watermelon. I'm not a watermelon fan, as you know, so the thought of pickled watermelon didn't really
turn you on.
Didn't really turn me on, but I'm sure I've had it. Yeah,
excellent.
Interesting.
Yeah.
What does it taste like?
Pickled carrots,
Just
pickled
brine?
beets,
Like
pickled eggs.
like a sour watermelon. It's
Oh, you do it the sour style?
yeah. I mean, that's what pickling is. You kind of sour it out a little bit.
Like if you want it to be, is it like a sweet?
It's like a sweet, salty, sour kind of thing.
Okay.
Yeah,
It's
Man,
excellent.
I'm weird about my pickles. Every once in a while I get let down and it kind of
Yeah,
hurts.
you get a bad pickle. That's a bummer.
I don't even mean a bad pickle. I mean a pickle that was not what I signed up for. Because I'm a dill, just straight.
You could take your bread and butters and get the hell out of here.
Exactly
Yeah.
right. Give me a straight dill. And now they got these bread and butters that aren't, like that
Get the hell
neon
outta here
color,
with
so you,
those.
you can't necessarily tell. For instance, yesterday we went to this awesome VIP party. It was great. Food is just top notch. Barbecue stuffed Gerard Kraft. It was incredible. It was
A VIP party.
It was a Together Credit Union VIP party. They threw a thing down at City Park for people to have the credit card, right? The St. Louis City SC card. Got to meet Berkey and Leuven and like hang out with the coach and all
Back to
this
the
different
pickles.
stuff. And that was the only disappointment is I get past all this incredible barbecue and mac and cheese and this and that, and I was like, oh, I'm just gonna I want to take pickles, and then like a bucket like for the sides, they're supposed to be for your brisket or whatever. But I just took like a whole bunch of them.
Yeah.
I was like, oh yeah, and they weren't super bright colored. They kind of looked dill, and they were like half bread and butter. They were tolerable, but as I'm chewing, I'm going,
I don't want a sweet pickle. Come on, man. Get that out of here.
That's not what I want.
Well, you're wrong.
No, you're
That's
wrong.
fine. No, bread and butter pickles are amazing.
Nope.
and
I might be wrong. I'm willing to admit there's got to be a reason
die
they're
on
out
this
there.
hill.
Why that hill? So good. Dude, if you had
They're good. Any pickles.
It's just
Salami.
It's the trick.
on Hawaiian bread with dill dip and bread and butter pickles is a perfect mix of sweet and sour. You're missing out, dude.
I love how every month,
Possibly.
every other month, we get into this
Yeah,
where we
we
have
do.
to defend
With the pickles?
the
Bread
pickles.
and butter, yeah.
Well, it's again, I'm willing to admit maybe I'm the wrong one here,
And hey,
but I just hate being tricked. And when I think it's a dill, and my brain's going, "Oh, this is so exciting,"
Yeah,
and then I
it's
bite
a
into
bread
that
and butter.
crap,
You gotta know what
and you
you're
go,
getting.
"Oh no!"
you got to know what you're getting. I'm with you on that. You guys don't like Culver's? Like a Culver's burger with bread and butter pickles on it?
I guess.
No.
Yeah, you're wrong.
To be honest with you, I don't know if I can tell the difference. I don't know if
Oh,
I've
it's
had
a
a
huge
bread
difference.
and butter.
Yo, there's
Oh, yeah,
a
yeah.
difference.
You know.
well, then
What-
don't
Have I
be
just
defending
lucked
them.
out? Like
And
I've
don't be
always had
defending
dill?
them.
Because it's candy.
No.
They're sweet.
There's
Yeah.
sweet pickles.
You do those with that
Huh.
tray where you have the little olives. You got
They're
everything
good.
mixed
Yeah, you
in.
put them on a tray and then you throw them in the garbage.
With the
I
tray.
pray your
because
taste
now
buds
that's
come
ruined
back.
too.
Well, I'll be honest, I miss the days when there was just, when you'd go into a bar, a tavern, and there's just a big plastic jug of pickled eggs just sitting on the bar.
Throw up in my mouth.
Dip your hand
Yeah.
in.
And you're like, roll the dice. Don't know how, they're not room temp.
Don't matter.
I
It's sitting in
guarantee
vinegar. It's fine.
Sitting in vinegar.
How many
at the
drunk
end of
guy
the
hands
bar.
have been in there
Yeah.
pickling out those
Hey,
eggs?
pass the
Hey.
egg
And a
jar.
lady with a
Hey,
cigarette. You don't know. You get Laverne. And she's got a Doral Light 100 hanging out of her mouth with the ash all the way down to the filter.
Hell yeah.
Hasn't fallen off yet, and she just fishes it out of there with like a slotted spoon, puts it on a bar napkin, puts it right in front of you.
Just puts it on the
I
bar.
would never eat that.
Just
never.
straight bar.
Well,
I guarantee you, there's some
Live
bars
a little.
There's
I
some,
would never eat that.
there's some bars in Oklahoma or something that still have that for sure.
There's some bars where I'm from still have it, but
Like who's putting nuts out? You know, who's putting the nuts
that's
out on
grosser
the
to
bar?
me.
Or the popcorn? Oh, we have some free popcorn for you. No thanks.
There's still bars that have a popcorn machine.
Yeah, yeah. Or you know, bar nuts.
I haven't seen the nuts in a while.
Yeah, I think the pandemic maybe killed that.
Yeah.
Maybe
Certainly
killed
didn't.
everybody just putting their hands in one receptacle.
Vat.
Yeah.
Nut
You ever
vat.
do the free samples at the grocery store?
Hell yeah.
No thanks.
Oh,
What?
You talk about missing out.
What?
You
go
are
to
missing
Costco.
out.
Do they still do it at
Yeah,
Costco?
at Costco,
Oh, yeah.
yes, when there's somebody who's overseeing it.
Oh, okay, so you're talking about like at Whole Foods.
If
they
you're at
just got the little
Schnucks
thing.
or at Whole Foods,
Yeah.
Wait, what? They have unmanned.
oh yeah,
Sample stations?
Yeah,
usually
like a
they're in a
little
bubble.
Kodum. Yeah, a little like plastic bubble.
plastic
You lift
bubble.
it up, and then they have little individual servings of.
I'll
like,
do
nuts.
a Costco all day because there's somebody with a hairnet there.
Okay.
Well, I don't think I've ever seen.
I'll do a Whole Foods standalone stand, depending on what it is. Like if it's like, oh, organic turtle.
It needs to be
Okay.
manned
Nah.
or womanned.
Yes.
It can't be just people. People cannot be trusted left to their own devices.
Yeah. Willy nilly. No thanks.
Especially when you got kids running around, you got disgusting people. You ever see the video of the guy drinking the soup right from the soup?
Oh,
Don't do this
From
to
the
me.
soup station?
I'm in soup mode right now, and I can't deal with that.
Were
So
they out of
Pull
no,
up that
spoons?
video.
Were they out
no,
of
don't pull
spoons?
it up. Ruined soup.
It's how would we Google search that?
Gross soup guy.
Man eats soup directly from supermarket hot bar.
That's it.
No.
That's it.
found
Isolated event.
That's it.
Oh, that was different though. That's not a sample thing. That's that whole bar. Where
Oh
they
yeah,
have
that's the whole
Whole Foods
That's the
thing.
whole salad bar.
That's the
Right.
Whole Foods thing.
Yeah, that's the Whole Foods salad bar.
Those are gone now, right?
no.
No.
They still exist.
They're-
No,
Powerhouse.
and they got them at Schnucks too. Have you been to the Eat Well one?
Yes.
They actually have a plastic shield that goes down in front of everything, which I do find
Yeah.
a little better.
Which is tough to eat the soup out of the big vat there, though.
But there's a video of a guy just at the hot bar,
I'm not looking at this. I got to be in denial.
just with a ladle,
no.
Yeah,
just killing it.
I got the story. I can't get the video.
Like Friar Tuck, dude. Just
Yep.
taking a pull off the grog
okay,
and putting
here's-
the ladle back in.
This may not even be from the actual story that went everywhere, but this is another one from
What
There
some
it
am
guy
I
is.
in,
doing
There it
looking at this?
some guy in Chicago.
Man sips soup straight from ladle.
I am not impressed.
And
this is like an old hobo or something.
No, see,
No,
that's what I'm saying. That's,
No, I'm
he
joking.
looks like
It just
Perry
seems like a
Farrell.
hobo.
this looks like a gentleman.
Dude
Yeah.
looking like
He
Perry
looks like a
Farrell.
gentleman.
In a nice, like, Old Navy fleece or something.
This is that.
Dang, dude.
You go up to the wagon, you get a little sip of that, and you get some water poured.
Ellen, come get Ted. He's back at the soup bar.
Wow.
Oh, look at that. So he had 4 sips and then went back for second scoops.
Oh, yeah. Cardigan.
yeah.
Oh,
Second
he's Cardigan.
scoop. I already have a tough enough time, like getting soup out of it. Like if I go to Panera or whatever, and I'll be like, butternut squash soup. I have the thought before I order it, somebody is doing something to that soup, right? Or you go down here to Potbelly or something, and sometimes you just want soup. But you think...
Yeah, no, I get it.
I've been deep in the, I'm in a soup phase. You know what I'm getting back into? If you take a long enough break, like cup of ramen can really hit different. You know what I mean?
I do, yes.
I just put some hot water into one of those little cup of ramen things. And I know it's trash.
We used to call those cup of chemicals.
Whatever it is.
Don't look the ingredients on those.
I like how he's in
Total
cup of
a
chemicals.
soup phase. Oh, you have a soup? Oh, it'll pass. It's a phase. Don't worry about him.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's just a
soup
phase.
phase.
Yeah, it's just a phase. Let's not worry about him yet.
I've just been in a real brothy mood.
Well, it's getting to be that time of year.
Yeah.
I know it's going to be in the 80s today, but as I'm driving in today and it's thundering, it's lightning, I'm seeing leaves on the ground now. I'm seeing brown leaves all over the road.
Mm-hmm.
All the leaves are brown.
And they're coming down. Get out the rakes.
Hey,
Yes.
I want to play your game.
Oh, what's the sound?
Yeah, you got me all excited.
Okay.
Does fall hit different knowing that, like, we're all entering fall of our lives?
What?
Anyway, let's play your game.
We're halfway over our lives. Cool.
Oh, man.
It's like, you know.
Well, you turned 45 on Saturday.
Hey.
Wow.
I've been compartmentalizing that. Thank you for bringing it up.
Why is that weird?
I don't turn 40.
Oh,
It's just every year now it's a march straight into the grave. That's all.
Oh.
No, this is your...
Come on, we're growing old with dignity.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
70 is the new 50,
this is
so that
for.
means 45
on,
is the new
that's a-
21.
That's a chick thing. I'm 30 forever.
What does that mean?
Wow, dude,
What does that
that's
mean?
so
I don't know.
misogynistic,
Scott,
bro.
what does that mean?
Well,
thing.
let me explain.
We all get... When we're like in dog years, like...
Let the guy who
Bitches be
pickles
running
okra
wild.
explain how age works.
Yes.
Please.
Let me tell
Let
you
our
what.
okra farmer tell me what it's like to stay youthful.
He's
damn near the
he's
youngest
still done the
one.
paperwork for
I am the-
farmer
oh, no.
subsidies.
Nah, I feel all right. You gotta, you think about the average lifespan, and I'm like, it's end of summer. We're all in August of our lives.
What's the average life expectancy? 40, I'm sorry,
77.
76?
I don't think it's 77 anymore. It's gone down.
76,
It went down for like the first time in 60 years or something.
Something has to happen chemically where it gets easier as you get into like your 60s and 70s where you just realize like the end is coming and you're cool with it, right? Like there has to be biologically something that is produced like a chemical because otherwise all the old people would be running around crazy and they're
70,
not.
Well, it's acceptance.
76.1 as of 2017, and I think that has gone down. since
really?
then. Well, yeah, we had a mass event.
Does it depend on which area of St. Louis you
Yeah.
live in? Because Overland, I think it's very high. I think
Old
it's
people
probably
don't care, dude.
150.
And, I think Soder said this, but it was like, he's like, man, an 80-plus-year-old person will talk about death in a matter-of-fact way that'll chill your bones. They will. They don't care.
It's an acceptance thing.
So-
you learn to accept it.
So they say in 2023 it's 79.1,
Hey,
but that's including females, which are skewing it for us, guys.
Well, you know what?
Well, I'm going to go with the 79 number.
Yeah, I
okay.
like that.
Okay,
I'm going with that.
Okay.
But we're dragging them down, so that's the average. That's fair.
Well, okay.
Females probably live into their 80s.
Yeah,
we're
there's-
probably living into our early 70s,
theirs
but
is
the
like-
mean is 79. And
What's
that's
the
where I'm
old
going
joke?
with.
Why do men die first? Because we want to.
Yeah, because we kill you. Bye.
Okay, what's the sound, guys? What's the sound?
Oh, is my morning going?
Oh, that's...
Hot
That's
chick.
a woman.
That's a lady
damn it.
asking
Get a
a question.
question.
And I hope I didn't ruin it. Hope I didn't ruin it.
Oh, God.
Now we know it's a woman.
Douching.
What's going on? Douching?
Yeah. That's really
Wow.
what I went to, man.
Hold on, play it one more time. I think I know it.
Douching.
I'm going to say oil pulling.
What?
Oil pulling.
Oh,
Like
with
at a
the
park?
teeth?
Yeah.
Mouthwash
Like from an
thing?
oil rig?
No, it's like when people put coconut oil in their mouth. And,
Yeah.
Oh, swash it around?
Swash it around.
Oh, that's called oil pulling?
Yeah, it's disgusting.
Okay, wait.
Dude, that is great.
That is a disturbing sound.
Wait a second. Is that
Also a
Kraft
tiny-
mac and cheese?
It sounds like
I
something.
think it's a tiny little plunger in a tiny toilet.
Yeah, I was gonna say, it sounds like something in a sink or a bowl of some sort.
Yep, that's a tiny plunger.
Okay, tiny plunger for King.
Tiny plunger.
Oil pulling.
What is oil pulling? It's obviously not oil pulling because I don't know what the hell
It's
that
the new
is.
thing, man. It gets rid of all the bad stuff in your
It
body.
was like a big thing a few years back. All my friends were like, it's supposed to be good for your teeth, and it's supposed to like good for the enamel and make your smile wider. It's like you
Guarananda
take
oil.
like coconut
Yeah.
oil, which is kind of almost like a thick, hard paste, and you put it in your mouth, and as you swish it around, it becomes like more viscous and liquidy, and then it's basically like mouthwash.
Huh.
It was all the rage back in, I don't know, 2017.
I'm sure if it's all the rage, my wife does it.
Pulling oil.
Guru Nanda
There you go.
Advanced Oil Pulling
Okay.
with tongue
It's not
scraper.
oil pulling.
Okay. What did you think, Moon?
Is something being pulled?
Man, I don't know. I don't have I think something's wrong with the sink. Kitchen sink. Let's go kitchen sink.
Kitchen sink, okay.
Kitchen
Something's
sink
wrong.
issue.
Something's wrong with the kitchen sink, okay.
I'm trying to keep it clean in my brain.
So let's see. Douching, oil pulling, kitchen sink, tiny plunger.
None of you are right.
Dang it.
Darn it, I thought I was right.
Okay, I'm just going to play it. Play the whole thing. It's like a 17-second clip.
Oh, tell me this is some sort of health thing.
It's a woman who is filming herself bending over a hotel bathroom sink and rinsing her mouth out. That's what that sound is.
Oh.
I'll tell you why. She'll tell you why.
How's my morning going? I just wanted to brush my teeth. Not toothpaste. I just brushed my teeth with this. It's for hemorrhoids. This is the toothpaste.
All right.
I just brushed my teeth with stuff I put on my
On the whole,
I would like to
Preparation
point.
H feels good.
Can I just say I want a point for being closest to answering correctly?
She was brushing her teeth accidentally with Preparation H, and that's her rinsing her
Oh my
mouth out.
God.
Hey, man, I can see that you can't keep those in the same drawer. You can't keep them in the same pocket. You can't keep them in the same travel bag.
Do they look that similar?
It's a tube with white
It's
stuff
a
in it.
tube. Yeah, I don't know what happened the night before.
That's true. I guess if she's dog tired, didn't turn the lights on. or
And she pans over to her travel bag, and there's the little tube of toothpaste, and there's the tube of Preparation H.
something. Well, her bottom probably smells really nice and clean now.
It's minty fresh.
Yeah.
So that's what this is. A woman rinsing her mouth out.
Thank you.
All right.
I almost want to
I
see
don't
the
know where
video of
some
that.
minds went, but
'Cause
whoa,
how does that
man,
sound
you
good?
guys are
I was
sick.
close.
Yeah, you were.
You were close.
Swishing. Point for Rafe.
You
Good
were
job.
close.
I didn't think it was going to be Preparation H. That was H pulling. But you know what? It tightens up. And make you purse your lips. She's walking around all day talking like
look
an
like-
old miner.
Look like Wilford Brimley.
Yeah. She was like,
Yeah.
one day I'm going to go up in them mountains. I ain't never coming down.
What is that? What does Preparation H do?
Susie.
I know it shrinks.
Beehole.
It shrinks hemorrhoids,
I think it soothes it and
soothes and shrinks.
Doesn't it like it's like minty, like a menthol?
I don't know. I've never
What?
put it in my mouth.
Well,
Isn't it minty?
like you know what I'm saying? Like it's like Vicks vapor rub for your bum.
Vicks Vapol rug.
Look at us not having
And
hemorrhoids
it's a
on
yellow
this show.
tube.
Very impressive.
By the way, this is yellow too.
Oh, there's at least 4 hemorrhoids on this show. We're all just pretending.
They're all internal.
Hemorrhoids.
helps reduce
Pay
inflammation.
no attention. I'm sitting on a donut right
Gets-
now.
Constricts the blood
Relief.
vessels.
Constricts the blood vessels.
It contains hydrocortisone, anti-inflammatory, that might help puffiness under the eyes. So,
What is a hemorrhoid? It's a.
I think it's like your
It's a vein.
your.
Yeah,
I thought it was your tract, your inside kind of ballooning out or popping out.
It's when you strain and the blood vessels get tightened up and they balloon into like it's constricted. So it's almost like if you have a water balloon and you took the water balloon and put it like squeezed it, that's what a hemorrhoid is.
Ooh.
Hemorrhoids, also called piles.
I don't like that.
Are swollen veins in the anus and lower rectum.
Here's an illustration.
Similar to varicose veins.
That's an illustration. Right there.
Oh boy.
So that's
When a
not.
vein
All right,
gets
people.
turned inside out and starts to throb.
Yeah,
It's like a
okay, so
live
that's-
look at one.
So it kind of is your inside swelling and
No, it's not like you're like
poofing out.
colon coming
There's-
out.
No,
There's
no, no,
inner
no, no.
and
I'm just
outer.
saying like it's the it's the lining, it's the tube.
Your
The only way to prevent this too is you must eat mushrooms.
Yeah, you got to have a high fiber diet. When you got your colonoscopy, didn't you just get a colonoscopy?
No, I got a schedule.
That
I've
was-
had one.
That was me.
I've had one too.
Look at that picture.
That was me.
Of the guy in his jeans. Look
Yeah.
at the next one.
His jeans
I don't know
are
why
sore.
the jeans are running.
Piles explained. Oh, piles. I hate that word.
That's way worse.
Yeah.
To call a hemorrhoid a pile, that is way worse.
That sounds like something your granny says.
But it's a little more poetic.
Your grandpa had a bad case of the piles, so
Piles. Gross.
you're going to have to mow the lawn today. He can't sit on the riding lawnmower. He's been riding that tractor too long.
So straining would cause
Right.
you to pop a hemorrhoid, basically.
Yeah.
If you have rectal bleeding, you probably have internal hemorrhoids.
Ooh.
So get that checked out.
That's enough.
Check.
Don't ask me how I know.
The other option is never look.
Yeah. Because
Yeah.
ignorance is bliss.
That's right.
No,
What
look
you
at
don't
it.
you know, there
see
was a
doesn't
woman-
exist.
There was a woman that emailed us last night that complained why do we talk about pee and poop every show? I was going to try to do
A whole show without it.
but we can't, Dr. Watma's coming in today.
Yeah.
And not the
Tomorrow.
day to start.
Tomorrow. We'll start tomorrow.
We should tomorrow. We'll try to not talk about anything people don't want us to talk about.
Also, the answer to that is because it's always funny. Lately.
And relevant.
and relevant.
And
Yeah.
it happens a
always
lot
relevant.
every day for every human.
Yeah, it's as if
Sometimes
everyone,
twice a day.
It's as if everyone does it every day.
It is the great connector.
It's the equalizer.
It is. We all do it. Every person that you adore sits on the toilet.
Taylor Swift sits on the toilet.
That's right.
If you're a
yeah.
Swiftie.
Yeah, we're looking.
She poops just like us.
Every president
right.
has sat on the toilet with diarrhea.
Yeah, we're looking for
She
our
has
tribe.
hemorrhoids.
I think about that a lot.
And this particular tribe involves everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Other than a
Yeah, think about your hero.
emperor or two.
Your hero poops.
Yeah.
That will be
Envies.
fun when Taylor Swift does get a hemorrhoid, so we have that album.
Yeah.
This is all about that and itchy and yeah.
Yeah, Taylor Swift's new record, Pile.
Piles. Piles.
2023.
Oh, you hear Taylor Swift's dropping a new record, Piles.
Piles. Piles and piles of hits.
It's the follow-up to
pile
Shingles.
era.
It's the Piles tour.
Oh man, this is gonna be good.
It's her follow-up to Shingles.
Oh.
Right before.
All right, here are the today's holidays, by the way, if you're keeping note.
Yes.
Today's daily holidays. Today is World Tourism Day.
Cool.
Today is World School Milk Day.
Oh, the best. Milk cart, chocolate milk, just rows of it. Yes.
Today is, and I had to ask Scott what this was, and he knew this. Today is See You at the Pole Day. And I thought it was about Polish people, but it's not.
It's stripper awareness day.
Yep.
I thought that,
My former
that was my
job-
second guess.
My former job.
Voting?
See You at it's P-O-L-E. No, it's actually like
Flagpole.
flagpole.
A flagpole, yeah.
See You at the Pole is an annual gathering of thousands of Christian students at school flagpoles, churches, and the internet for the purposes of worship and prayer.
Yeah, and to pray for the country and our leaders and all that stuff.
Oh, I had no idea.
yeah.
Yeah, I remember that. in
I
the 90s.
guarantee there is a industrious strip club somewhere that's on this.
Yeah.
See you at the bowl.
See you at the pole.
See you at the pole day up in their little sign.
East Side Holiday.
Or there's at least 2 or 3 Polish people going, it's our day, guys.
Here it is.
Yeah.
They finally got our own day.
Come see me. This is your invite. This is your chance.
Yep. Somebody with ski at the end of their last name.
It's usually before school, right? Like everybody gathers right before school. You do like a prayer thing around the flagpole, and then
I have no idea.
head to
It's-
class.
I looked it up.
That's what I remember.
The event began in 1990 in Burleson, Texas, when a group of teenagers gathered to pray for several schools. It's now an international event, so that's today.
Yep. It was some of my schools it was bigger than others, but yeah, I just remember that. That was a normal thing, and I think it goes all year long, if I remember correct.
Like every Wednesday.
I'm pretty sure.
Maybe this is the international
Yeah. So
day
this is
to
the
recognize
big
this.
the big day, and yeah, so good things are in store.
And you did this at school, like at Limerick?
I remember. I think I may have participated once or something. I kind of remember it happening in middle school, but I definitely remember it at Limburg.
Before school or during school?
I think it was before school because I feel like it was dark.
Because it was during school, I'd be all about this. I'm like, oh, just got to go to the poll.
Yeah, I got to go to the poll, man.
Got to go to the poll. Hey,
say-
sorry, I
gotta say
can't.
prayers for the
can't stay
nation.
for the.
No time for economics.
Yeah, can't stay for this lesson. I'm sorry, teach. Got to go to the poll.
No, if I remember right, it was 15 minutes before your first class or something.
Yeah. It's
Unfortunately.
just a
It
quick
should have been in the
meeting or
middle of
something.
the class. But
Today's also National Women's Health and Fitness Day, National Gay Men's HIV and AIDS Awareness Day. Today is the National Day of Forgiveness, National Crush a Can Day. Oof. It's also National Corned Beef Hash Day. Dude,
Nice.
love
I don't do drugs.
me. Love me.
I thought
Some
that was
corned beef hash.
Really?
Corned beef hash.
I thought that was St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah.
That's the big.
No, that's corned beef and cabbage day.
Oh,
I don't do
Wait a
corned
minute.
beef
Corned
hash.
beef hash.
Corned
like
beef.
hash browns?
No,
What are we talking about?
it's corned beef. So
Hashish.
you usually do it with leftover corned beef from the night before.
Oh.
Or if you go to a good diner or like a good breakfast place, they'll make the corned beef fresh. Cut it up, put it on the flat top with potatoes.
What kind of potato? Mashed potatoes?
No, like
Just little small potatoes?
cube potatoes.
Oh, cube potatoes.
What is corned beef and why don't I like it?
Cabbage
dude,
based
corned
beef.
beef. You do like it because it's at pubs. It's the one solid sandwich
Has
you're going to
nothing to
get
do
at
with
every pub
cabbage.
across the globe.
Isn't it? It kind of
Yeah.
shreds. Yeah.
Oh, it's
It's
pickled.
like it's pickled. Yeah, it's pickled beef.
Pickled
basically.
beef.
And you cut it up.
Which is a
You cut
good
it up
band
in
name.
little pieces.
You know, you know why I
and
don't
you put
like
on a
it?
flat top. You fry it up and you put it over eggs.
Yeah.
I think Carl Buddig. I think Carl Buddig ruined it for me.
Who's Carl Buddig?
He's
That's
the cold cuts guy.
that's the package. You know, like the
come on.
cheap package stuff you get in the grocery store.
You found, I
Schwan?
guarantee when you stayed with your dad after the divorce,
Yeah.
I promise you he had Carl Buddig.
He probably he did his own deer sausage.
We had
I
spam
don't know.
and Carl Buddig.
It was like a little pre-packaged meat that you like tore it open.
Yeah,
it
tore
was
the
almost like
film off the
single
top.
serving.
Like spotted dick? Like what is it?
Listen, here's the
No,
it's a-
it's cold
you
cuts.
can recognize it.
Like
Cold cuts.
ham.
Spotted dick.
It's
What the
this.
hell are you talking about?
You see this logo? The thing that says Buddig.
No, I didn't have that.
It's lunch meat.
I
Look,
didn't
look,
have it.
See, look.
This is what ruined
You're telling
corned
me-
beef for me,
No,
probably. 'cause
okay,
this is
the
only time
turkey
I had
does
it.
look familiar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't know
Heck
it was
yeah.
It
I
came,
think
it came in
Carl
like
Buddig.
single servings that if you were like a sad divorced man, you didn't
right.
have enough. You didn't have a family to feed lunch meat to. You had
Yeah.
to buy little single servings to make little sad dad sandwiches in your one-bedroom apartment after you lost your house.
My dad was an Oscar Mayer like
Which was only
Oddly
one
specific.
step up from Buddig.
Was it?
The
Okay.
meat of divorced dads.
Yeah, dude, it was super, super cheap. You could get it all. I mean, anywhere. And like, I was
like-
probably introduced to corned beef.
Bro.
I read corned beef, and I was like, oh, I'll try that. And I went, oh god,
It kind
what
of sounds.
is that?
It sounds gross.
When you were in college too, it was like 50 cents a pack.
Yeah, wasn't it like
Carl
$5 for
Buddig?
$1 or
Yeah,
something?
you get that in the
sometimes?
Lipton noodles. I probably
that's fine
survived
in a
on that
while.
crap for 3 or 4 years.
The corned beef though is good. It's good. Like if you go to a Jewish deli, they got
right.
corned beef on rye with.
Whatever you say,
That's.
man.
I mean, you'd make a Reuben, right? A Reuben. I
I've had
believe is
good
corned beef,
Rye
Swiss,
bread.
rye bread, sauerkraut.
But okay, so this is
Or
one of those
horse
things.
Thousand Island.
If you feed somebody corned beef and you don't tell them it's like a pickled meat, you need to tell them that again because
No,
Well,
it's- but it's not like-
when,
You're
when
so
a-
particular about your
it's
pickle.
not-
I'm just telling you, when a pickling comes at you, you need to know it. You
It's
have to
not.
you have to be prepared.
But it doesn't
Am I
taste
right?
like
It's
that.
like a roller
You're not.
coaster, right?
It's not. It doesn't taste like that.
But it kind of does.
It's brining it. It's
Right, but you can taste the brine. You can. It's a
Kinda.
little bit different. And what takes off the edge usually is the marble rye. You put it on rye, right?
Yeah,
if
but it's
if
good
you're
by
having
itself
corned
too.
beef, you know what it is. You don't have to say it's pickled.
I just proved that sometimes you don't know what it is. I didn't know what it was.
Well,
He
you're
said
not-
something about cabbage. Or
I did.
Yeah, you
see,
throw
none of us
that
know
on
what
there
it is.
too. You
Half
can-
of us know what it is.
Now you know what it is.
Cabbage?
I'm hungry
I'm
and
just
I'm
trying to
gonna
help
eat this
people,
beef.
man.
I'm ready to go to a
Hey,
pub.
it's
and-
National Corned Beef Hash Day.
I'm not
okay,
doing it.
That's a breakfast thing. It's also National Chocolate Milk Day.
I'm down.
I want some corned beef
Dude, I'm super down.
with chocolate milk.
The chocolate milk that you would get in grade school, there's something about that whole situation that made that chocolate milk taste better.
In the little
In the little
carton.
little single serve. Because I'll buy it now, like whenever I get a hankering for it. And it's just not as fulfilling as it once was.
No. You got to get the glass, Oberweis,
Oberweis.
or Farm Fresh if you're trash like me.
Oberweis. I think that's the best.
That's adult. That's adult chocolate milk.
That chocolate milk is awesome.
So thick.
Still.
Ice cold.
It's ice cream,
It is basically melted
It's a
ice
shake.
cream.
Yeah,
It is,
It's a melted
but-
shake.
But that's what you want chocolate milk to be.
I think I got that at home once, and my kids didn't like it.
Yeah, I got hooked on strawberry quick for a while.
Strawberry quick.
Yeah,
Dude, recently?
Well,
So-
we had
That's what my brother had for breakfast every
Never
day.
had
Yeah,
it.
we had
I love that as a kid. I haven't had that in years.
Careful.
Strawberry milk.
QUIK.
It's a,
Yeah,
it's a gateway milk.
It's the powder. It's the powdered crap in a can, right?
Yeah, it would come with a
Yeah, I had the
squeeze.
chocolate.
metal
I've never had strawberry milk. though.
strawberries. We used to get strawberry every once in a while.
It's good.
When was the last time you had it?
I don't know.
I wonder if it's still good.
He's freebasing it at home into his 45th birthday.
I've been clean off Strawberry Quick for at least 15 years, I think.
Dry docking quick.
But you know what? I could always fall off the wagon. Bring some quick, and you bring some quick.
I wonder if you
I think I've had strawberry milk
as a kid you like
recently.
it. Recently you have. Whoa.
I see it in the case at Quick Trip. It's still out there. It's good, man.
Yeah, I don't know if I'd want to mix it myself. I'd want it pre-mixed. You know, strawberry milk if I'm going to try it for the first time. I don't want to. That's too much pressure.
Yeah. We'd get quick. We also got Ovaltine as a kid in the glass jar.
Yeah.
I also
do it.
had Trailer Park orange juice, which was Tang.
The best.
That was as close as we could get because all we could afford.
Or would you get the orange juice concentrate that came in the freezer section?
Oh, yeah.
All
And
you
the
had
tu-
to
and
do
the
was
tube.
wait 3 days to have some orange juice.
That's how my father-in-law makes his orange juice to this
Still?
day. Yep.
They still sell that?
Oh, yeah.
The orange
And
juice
grape juice that
concentrate.
way, too.
Yep. In the frozen section.
I haven't had that in years.
Yeah, I forgot
And you know
about
what I'm talking about, Moon?
Oh yeah.
In the tube?
Yeah, the frozen
tube?
can thing.
You think you're getting cinnamon rolls, but
No,
it's orange juice.
it's orange juice.
Yeah.
National Chocolate Milk Day is today. It's also Ancestor Appreciation Day.
Okay.
2 more major holidays, and I think these are the ones we're celebrating today. It is World Dense Breast Day. That's right.
What's up?
World Dense Breast Day.
Bring forth the dense boobies.
So did a deep dive into that.
Dense breasts.
Dense breasts. And I came across a story of a woman named Sabrina Sabrak. She claims to have the biggest boobs in the world.
Go on.
And I had Moon
This isn't
get a
even
picture.
close. These are pretty big, but if you've ever been to any of those,
Not even close.
yeah, if you've ever been to any of those vacation spots where they have like the card turner things out in the front of the shop, you know, and you turn them.
Oh, like beach bums.
Yeah, like the beach ones, and they all have gals with boobs that are way bigger than these, and you get those and you send
I
them
don't know
back
if
to your
that's a
friends
recent
in the
picture because
States.
she says she has triple T. Triple T's.
Wait,
triple
3?
T cup size
These are-
breasts.
She has
These are
3 of them?
2 bald heads just hanging off of her chest is what it looks like.
It looks like a butt. It's
Yeah.
perfectly butt size. Look like
And
a
they are-
man's butt.
So this is a day we would celebrate a woman like Sabrina, who's
Wait.
got very dense breasts.
Ridiculous.
Are you
dense.
saying her breasts are TT? That's what size they are?
Triple T.
Triple T. TTT.
Here's a gal with naturally bigger boobs than this.
And
gal.
hers are not natural. She's 52, and there's the story on her is that so each breast weighs 15 pounds,
She is not a stomach sleeper.
and she is refusing.
Look at this lady.
She's refusing to. Oh my, that's not real, is it?
That's real, dude.
We're all pulling a big
Blowing
old
her
boobies,
away.
ladies.
Look at this guy.
That
Look
looks
at
like
this
an
gal.
inner tube around that woman. By the way, if you're on the YouTube feed, you can see what Moon's
Maybe
pulling up.
she's got the biggest implants.
I see.
Even this gal is beating the gal you're talking about.
Yeah.
Listen, you
Okay,
can't
well,
be making these
Sabrina-
claims.
My God.
Sabrina is the self-proclaimed
Wow.
biggest breasted woman in the world.
And that's what this day is for, dense breasts.
Today is World Dense Breast Day.
Okay.
So Sabrina's thing is, so each one of her boobs weighs 15 pounds, and she's having bad back problems.
I would say
I
so.
wonder why.
And she is refusing. She does not want to remove the implants because she doesn't want to be flat-chested. She's had implants since she was 25. She's 52 now. Since her first surgery, she's had 15 subsequent surgeries on her chest alone, costing her over $100,000.
Do you think, and this is a genuine question from
Sabrina
a
needs
lady.
to talk to this lady.
Oh, man. Those look natural.
Those are natural, though.
Yeah.
Oof.
Those look like looks like a ball sack.
Here's this gal that was on AGT smashing watermelons with
With her boobs?
boobies.
I remember her.
Yeah.
That's dangerous, man.
Do you think men as a whole are like more ass or T? Like, because that
Depends on the age.
Breasts or
man.
boobs?
Yeah, like I feel like the boobs are kind of not a thing. They were in the 90s, maybe early 2000s, and then now it's all about that butt. Like,
Dude, we're all about brains nowadays.
you are cool, man.
Yeah.
Scott's asking, are we talking bigger in size or bigger in density? Can be smaller size but more dense. I guess so. Yeah, just breast density day. But this woman has some very dense breasts.
No, they do look dense.
They are definitely dense. So are there more boob guys in the world or butt guys?
Yeah.
I would have to say probably, and we've done unscientific research on this. And in fact, many years we used to ask men this. And I think that the world has more butt guys.
I agree.
Really?
For sure.
Like in here, let's just take a consensus.
Is it because we took the feeding for granted? How important that is? That's just weird.
Exactly.
Huh.
So you're all butt?
I'm a boob guy personally.
Okay,
I'm
boobs,
a butt guy.
butt,
I'm probably a butt guy.
butt. Scott?
Boob guy.
Okay, so
There we go. Hey, high five.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, and this woman Sabrina says with her triple T cup size breasts, she says that every time she stands up, it's like a knife slicing into her back.
Okay.
Oh, man.
So she got 30 pounds of chesticles,
Right. It's too
and
much.
she says it's made an impact on her entire life. She can't ignore the pain. Again, she says it feels like a knife cutting into her back slowly, but she refuses to reduce the breasts because she can't see herself without the huge implants.
Yeah, it's identifying for her.
Well, I mean, she already said what her issue is. She thinks it's an all or nothing. She thinks if she has them taken out, she's going to be flat-chested, which is probably unlikely.
She's never going to be flat-chested.
That's what I'm saying.
Her skin is so stretched
in her
out.
mind, if she has something removed, she'll be flat-chested. That's what she said.
Yeah, can't
Body
you take them down to
dysmorphia.
it? Yeah,
So
this is a
all
woman
or
that needs
nothing.
some
It's all or nothing.
counseling.
And I'm saying that because she's identifying so much with her big old knockers that to not have them as huge is she's having like body dysmorphia. She doesn't think she'd be the same person without them.
Right.
So, or that she would look worse, but if
Like,
she's in
take
pain,
them down to a C.
right. They'd still be excellent.
Right. But $100,000. So, what was the name of that dating show on Max? The new one with the naked people.
Naked Attraction.
I watched it. I watched the first episode.
Did you
yesterday.
really?
Yep.
Thoughts? Did you see all full frontal?
Oh yeah.
I need to watch it.
Oh yeah.
Yo,
Okay, so
real quick. She ain't any. You said 15 pounds of boobs.
yeah.
This gal Annie, who currently holds the Guinness World Record for largest natural breast in the world, her boobs weigh 89.6 pounds.
So altogether?
Altogether.
Whoa. So each can is like 43 pounds, 44 pounds?
Wild, right?
Whoa.
Yeah, whoa.
Huh.
Okay,
Yeah.
sorry, go on.
Yeah, we're looking at a lifetime of back problems.
Yeah.
With those.
Scoliosis.
Okay, so yeah, I watched that naked show. What's it called again?
Naked
Attraction.
Naked Attraction. So I had some time at like 1 o'clock yesterday. I said to my wife, she was home. I said, "Hey, there's this before the kids come home. There's a new show on Max that I just come sit with me and watch it. It's supposed to be the craziest dating show that's ever existed. Some people call it a new low for TV. A new low. So the first quote unquote contestant was a woman, and she's out there on the floor, and they have these. I think it was 5 or 6 different colored pods. And the host goes, okay, we put men in these pods based on, what you like. So I guess you gave us a dossier of what you find attractive in men. So we picked the 6 that would fit your criteria.
Okay.
So I said, all right, let's check out the bottom half of their body first. So they lift up
The screen.
the screen, and it's 5
Knees.
or 6 dongs.
Oh, okay. Well, we went that far.
5 or 6. I mean,
Do they all
I thought we
look
would
the
judge on
same?
straight
knees
dogs.
first.
Straight dogs.
All the same kind of size and stuff?
None of them curved a little bit.
Cut?
There were big ones. There were little ones. There
Uncut?
Were, there were a lot of uncuts.
Really?
Oh.
Oh, because it's British, right? Like,
Yeah, it's a British show. It's a British show.
And what did you say? Well, you went, oh!
I went, whoa. And my wife goes, whoa, this is crazy.
This is great. Scott, thanks for putting this on.
So the host would ask the woman, okay, what do you think? Well, I want to see that one a little more up close. So she'd walk up to the pod, and they would examine the guy's dong, and she would ask questions. The host would ask the questions to the contestant, like, what do you think of the pubic hair?
What?
Do you like a full bush?
Wait a minute.
Do you like, big dongs?
What the heck is this playing on?
It's on Max.
It's
okay.
Just pure attract. It's the opposite of Love is Blind, which is all about personality and humor and stuff. This is going straight forward to the physical first before you get to the
yeah. But examining wangs and talking about it like that, you would think that this would be on the Playboy channel. This sounds like a Playboy channel.
It's on Max.
Were some of the dongs like erect?
No.
Let's not
Everybody's
be
flaccid.
Grotesque. Really?
Everybody's flaccid.
Well, it's not fair. It's not fair to a segment of us.
Yeah.
I mean, of people.
Everybody's flaccid.
What about the growers?
I'll tell you about the next. So there were two. I didn't get done with the second woman who was vying for a mate.
Are these 30-minute episodes or an hour?
They better be an hour.
Like
how much time do I need to
30
waste?
30 minutes each one.
Okay.
So,
you fast forward?
She eliminates. She then eliminates one pretty much based on how their dong looks.
Okay.
And how their pubic style is, and
does the thing lift up and show like?
Yeah.
And
here's
he's
what
disappointed?
you missed. Here's what you missed out on.
He only has 3 warts. I'm going with that one.
So they whittle it down, and then they lift up the screen a little more, and she's looking at the chest.
Chest. Oh yes.
And it's
And also with the bottom, she tells them to turn around so they're tushy.
Toot.
Cute.
So that
spread your cheeks. This is turning into a prison induction.
And then the screen lifts up, and now she's judging their chest, and even how their posture and the amount of moles on their body.
Oh, good.
And it's crazy. And then she whittles them down to 2, and then she gets naked.
Why?
Well, because it's only fair.
Whatever. Man.
Because.
Just because it's the show.
Because. So when she's down to 2, she goes off. She gets completely naked. Completely.
This is next level Adam and Eve stuff.
And then she finally picks her guy.
Wow. And what happens next? The next episode is them like dating?
No, they show that they go on a date. They actually, showed them fully clothed and then going on a date. And
they're talking about how awkward it was, or like
the whole thing was they got the awkwardness out of the way. Like we've already seen each other naked.
Right.
Yeah, but
dude, it's crazy.
I don't think it's
I can't
awkwardness.
believe
Crazy good or silly?
it's silly, and
Is
I
it gonna
can't
have a
believe
second
this
season?
is a dating show.
I'm down. You know what?
I ask this.
Said it before.
You go ahead.
I miss Taxi Cab Confessions. I miss the Bunny Ranch on HBO. So this is going to fulfill the nudity that I miss from HBO.
Is it sexual? The host will ask kind of sexual questions,
But not too much.
but not too much. Now, the next quote-unquote contestant, the person vying for a date, was a bisexual woman.
So there's men and women.
So you had 3 men and 3 women
Love it.
in the pods.
So how many episodes did you get through?
I got through 1.5.
Okay.
And then it was
School's out.
school's out and the girl's coming home. Let's not have this on TV. In fact, I shot my TV after. I didn't want any.
Yeah.
I just threw my TV in the garbage.
Because, I mean,
Dad, why are we
Spectrum
getting
out of
rid
the
of
wall.
this?
every time they turn it on, doesn't it have like the recently watched and like the up
I
next
thought my
and all
TV
that?
was so dirty.
I mean, what
We're
the heck?
moving, actually. I didn't. Yeah, I ripped the cable out of the wall.
The TV for sale.
Where are we going? Yeah, that's great.
So the next episode was, it was a bisexual woman. She was vying for either a guy or gal. So did the same thing. So lift the screen halfway. 3 dongs. 3.
What's the word for
What's the word I'm
Coochie.
looking for?
I'm trying to think.
Innards.
No, it's a. It's
That's
it.
Oh, okay.
That's my question. When this was there any guys with girls in the cases? What, did they flip it at all?
I'm sure in subsequent episodes it'll be a guy with girls.
Do they get to be as critical?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. So the
Not
I'd
in
like
the
to
first
see a
episode.
close up of that veg, please.
Not,
the
not in
second
the first episode.
Yes. So the bisexual woman examined a couple
asymmetrical.
dongs, and she eliminated one guy because he was too big.
Yeah.
Yeah, what a way to go, though. You know.
That's
Right.
exactly what I said to my
Man.
wife.
Oh,
Now everybody
shucks.
knows you have a huge.
Sorry, boys.
And this guy had.
I'm out.
And this guy had a huge dong. It was huge.
The other way would hurt.
It was huge.
Score one
And the
for
guy was disappointed. He was
I'm
like,
sure.
man, I can't
Typically
believe I was
had a good
eliminated.
run at this.
Can't believe I was eliminated because of this. I thought I had a leg up on the competition.
Dude, knowing how these works, though, this all seems so
Fake?
scripted.
Yeah.
I don't want to give away the first episode because
Okay.
who she picks is. Yeah.
I know what I'm doing after
Yeah,
work.
You gotta watch it.
Yeah, don't ruin it. We're all
The
certainly going to watch
bisexual
it.
one. So I think she eliminated a woman first because she was too plump for her.
That's interesting to see somebody who's bisexual who I'm interested in who they would pick.
She said she gravitates more towards men,
Okay.
but she had three men, 3 women to pick.
Yeah.
And she even took into account how the
Vagina.
looks. I mean, she was talking about what she likes.
Huh.
You got to watch this. And then when you're done, you'll feel as dirty as me. And then have to go take a shower.
Oh, yeah? Mm-hmm. Yeah, they took a shot.
Yeah.
Hey, babe, I got to go take a
Need
shower
some alone
with
time.
the door locked.
Is it a new low for TV? Possibly. Possibly.
Do you think it's going to have a second season?
Yeah. I don't know how many episodes there are. Again, it's a British show.
Yeah,
so
apparently it's already a success.
all
over there.
the contestants are British.
There's not much overhead. The wardrobe department's pretty cheap, I guess.
Tell you what,
Yeah, good point.
hairy dudes.
Hey, we need a stylist. Cool.
Hairy dudes.
What's the show? Naked Attraction. Oh, cool. You'll be
Okay.
dressing the host, and that's it.
Just a
One guy
necklace.
was doing tricks with his testicles.
He was?
Yep. Oh yeah.
First episode?
Oh, yeah. First episode.
Well,
I look forward to
you
it.
don't want to
This guy-
give that away right away. You save that.
I found one uncensored. That guy looks like he could bounce him around.
No, it wasn't that guy. It was a black guy.
Bounce them around.
I mean, the big Don guy.
Is that him?
No.
God, Dr. Watman's coming in today.
Yeah.
I got so many
Urologist
questions.
to the stars.
Because like that, what Rafe just showed is an uncircumcised member.
Yeah, yeah.
And I just have so many questions about that.
It looked like it was under the top sheet
This is probably the last
Yeah.
show that he's ever going to
in the
watch.
hotel room.
Oh, cool. Yeah. That's what I want to see.
He sees that all the
He's
time.
got more
He's
of
like,
those.
this is my job.
Well, what do you have a question about?
I want to know why, like what the benefits are. What are the risks? What's up with that? Never
What's up
been
with
around
that?
one.
Hey,
What's up
Doc.
with that?
That's-
Circumcised penises. What's up with that?
What up with that? I mean, I'm,
So what's up with
genuine. I don't know. You know, I don't have one, and I've never seen one in person. And
Oh, really?
what's up with that?
Sparky, what's the name of the show? What's the name of the show again? Naked
Attraction.
Naked Attraction. Garrett's wondering, did he juggle his balls? Kinda without hands.
Interesting.
Cool.
I mean, let's be honest, fellas. None of them look great. It's not our best asset. It
No.
really isn't.
No.
Speak for yourself, bro.
I guarantee
Like a pretty penis?
very few. I've seen maybe 3 in my lifetime.
You guys
And I'm
always do this. You hetero guys are always like, penises aren't great to look at.
they're
Yeah.
not.
There's a lot.
It's like
there's a lot going
we
down.
suffer some of the similar things you guys do.
It's not a hetero.
but it's
we don't
not-
get to
There's a lot
complain
going
about.
on
I've never
down
heard
there.
a gay man say like penises aren't great and they're not attracted to them. It's literally hetero guys who are like, nobody wants to look at this. No, we do.
I
It's-
think that if
it's
you're
exciting.
talking to the
being
wrong
nice.
gay men,
Thanks for being nice.
Keeping it
That is
real.
very sweet of you.
there's nothing about a flaccid dong resting on a asymmetrical beanbag chair that you're just like, wow,
With like wrinkly,
what a work of art.
wrinkly skin
Yeah.
and hair coming out of weird places.
It's interesting.
Sure is
yeah,
cool.
yeah,
Let me
it's
ask you guys
the same
this.
way you look at a traffic accident when you drive by. It is interesting.
Oh my gosh, mine is
No.
not a traffic
Let
accident.
me say this. Like, do you guys do this to your wives and partners? Do you hide yourself when you are flaccid and you're like going to get dressed?
No.
Because at my house,
No,
my husband
helicopter.
looks like he's doing the Silence of the Lambs dance every damn
No.
day
Oh,
of
no.
our lives.
I do
He's always
tricks.
tucking it back and like trying to not show me what's going on. It's like I've seen that
No.
thing.
No, you
so
do the,
often.
You got to pay to see this lady.
What's that Karate Kid thing where they're going, buck, 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 you know what the thing? I'm doing that all the time.
Oh, with
Helicopter.
the drum?
balls?
Yeah, the little drum.
Wait, with your balls?
No, you know,
Oh.
the old hip thing. You just kind of shuffle.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, with like
I'm not really.
the drum
but I
with
mean,
the 2 clackers on the side? No, this is me when I get out of the shower.
yeah, man.
Come here, babe.
I got nothing to hide. It's funny.
Oh man.
One guy, he had a tattoo of an elephant's head,
No.
and the dong was the nose.
Oh,
Trunk.
what a
Very
dork.
classy.
No.
That is ridiculous,
Oh,
man.
yeah.
Oh, no.
That was the first episode.
Does he make the sound? The trumpets on every time?
No,
Uh-oh.
the men
Hey,
in the
babe.
pods. The men in the pods don't speak.
No, I'm saying when he's, getting down. Or not.
Now I'm wondering
the opposite.
if in future episodes the woman would be like, "All right, men, helicopter."
There it is.
Yep. Show me your best helicopter.
She's got a headset on.
Some people are like, oh, I'm built for this. I'm ready for this. How about a wristwatch?
Oh, yeah, you got to do the wristwatch.
Dylan says, Lern says women like to look at dongs, while the woman in the West County parking garage would disagree.
Well, okay, she's the only one.
No.
When we want to look at it, I'm saying.
We're so
We
confused.
say, please let me
All right.
see it.
So
not
if
when
we
we're
don't
just
have
random.
a trench coat involved, then it's okay. But if
Wearing
there's
a trench coat, no.
Yeah.
We want it to be consensual. We want to be ready for it.
Yeah,
but-
you're talking to a lot of people you don't want to be talking to right now. People are like, see? She said it.
No.
She said that this is
want-
fine.
She's not
This is
giving
all
you
what
permission.
want.
Yeah, please do not show it randomly to people. Preserve
Not
it.
giving you permission.
They
People are
said
lining
it
me
on
up.
the radio.
Yeah. It's National Show
Anyway.
It Day.
I want everybody to go home and watch that and then get back to me.
When is Dense Penis Day? That's what I
Yeah, man.
Well, it's not today.
Yeah.
It's not today. But today is,
Density matters.
I think of all the holidays today, National Chocolate Milk Day, National Corned Beef Hash Day, National Day of Forgiveness, National Women's Health and Fitness Day. Today is Morning Show Host Day.
What does this mean?
Today is National Morning Show Host Day.
Wow.
Oh, we must be getting all sorts of
So
gifts
you have
today.
to be extra nice to us this morning.
All right.
Shouldn't we get today off? I don't know.
Yeah.
But it's the one day of the year where you're supposed to make an effort to get to know us a little better because we're such an enigma. So go ahead, send us a message, ask us anything you want, and maybe we'll answer. No promises. Because a lot of you are weirdos. Like, you're all weirdos if you listen to the show. But today is National Morning Show Host Day, something we do on the daily. You're welcome, St. Louis.
Thank you.
So here's why, and I came up with a list of reasons why we deserve our own day. Okay?
Okay. You came up with a list.
I came up with a list.
I'm excited.
I came up with a list of why this should be our day, why we should be recognized. Because we wake up at 2:30 a.m. with a hangover, so you can wake up at 7 a.m. with a smile, right?
Yeah.
Some of us, yes.
And where else can you get the news, the weather, the traffic? Your phone? Actually, don't answer that. It does take real talent to fill 4 hours of airtime with 10 minutes of material. You're welcome.
That's right.
It's the least we should get considering how much we educate and entertain. Okay, entertain. If you're driving right now, look at that babbling little goblin sitting behind you in the car seat. Without us, you'd be stuck listening to that. Unlike your family, coworkers, doctors, and, I don't know, AA sponsor, you actually listen to us. And why do we deserve our own day? Because if you gave us what we really wanted, you'd be in jail for dealing coke. Am I right?
That's right.
Am I right?
You heard it here first.
So, yes, today's our day. Today is our day, National Morning Show Host Day. Do you remember your favorite morning show host? Not radio, but, I mean, TV-wise. The site ranker.com asks people to rank their favorite morning show hosts on television, and somehow a reporter from the Weather Channel's number one.
Ever?
Kelly Cass has the top spot. That's the last I checked. I don't know who that is.
What's the name?
Kelly Cass. I guess they're these are current morning show hosts.
Okay.
The Weather Channel. Kelly Cass, a Weather Channel star. That's her.
Renowned meteorologist.
They love her. They love her.
Oh, she's been there since 2000.
Then it's Natalie Morales from The Talk, Amy Robach from, I guess she used to be on Good Morning America, Hoda Kotb, Jane Pauley.
Love Jane Pauley.
Al Roker
These are
count?
current.
Michael Strahan. Oh, Al Roker's on there.
Oh, okay.
The Roke.
Jenna Bush Hager.
Met him in an elevator.
She's
How
good.
about the top morning show hosts ever? Variety did a ranking of the top morning show hosts ever.
Regis Philbin.
He's number 4.
Gail King.
No,
Nora O'Donnell.
Katie Couric.
Katie Couric.
Your number
of course.
one. Katie Couric, Barbara Walters, then Regis.
Barbara
Yeah,
Walters
Regis
was a morning
knew,
show
bro.
host? Oh, I guess she did do The View for a while, huh?
Oh, I think, wasn't she Good Morning America for a gazillion years?
I don't know. My favorite will always be Charles Kuralt because I thought he hosted Saturday morning cartoons.
Charles Kuralt was on that list.
Before he was creepy in a robe, Charlie Rose I liked. But that's over.
He was on the CBS one, right?
Yeah, CBS Mornings with Gail King and Nora
With
O'Donnell.
Gail King,
and loved them all three together.
Yeah.
And was very surprised by what happened with him.
Yeah, he was Me Too'd, wasn't he?
He was.
Yeah. Old Charlie Rose.
Had no idea.
He gone. But yeah, congratulations and happy morning show host day to all of you.
And also with
And,
you.
to everybody up and down the hallway. I expect a sheet cake from Hubbard.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Recognize.
For all of us, right?
I'm sure it's on the way.
Rennie Knott.
Those bonuses are in there.
Oh, you say Rennie Knott?
Yeah, I got to give Rennie a shout out. He was here.
Oh, yeah, he is. Yeah.
And Tim Mazel.
Morning
Oh, you
host.
have your,
It's already out. Came out at 6.
the spot that Rennie was here filming
The expose.
on Monday
Yeah.
for Rafe.
Haven't seen it.
Did it run already this
Already
morning?
ran this morning.
Oh,
Nice.
I'm sure it'll be up on the interwebs for
Don't
us to
switch
share.
over. Listen to us and then
Of
go
course.
watch it at noon.
And
or
then
something.
watch it, whatever. Today's Team Rizz Member of the Day is brought to you by Hot Shots Sports Bar and Grill, proud sponsor of Team Rizz. Visit hotshotsnet.com/Team Rizz. From St. Louis, Hannah Averick is our
Yeah, Hannah.
Team Rizz Member of the Day. Hannah's been a devoted Rizz Show podcast listener for over 2 years now after meeting her fiance who introduced her to the show. Listens to the show every morning, enjoys the banter, the jokes, the games, and always makes sure she catches up on the podcast for anything she missed. She's met the crew and she's been introduced to many newer bands because of the Rizz Show. Loves Match Up with Moon, loves 3 and 5, and loves Just the Two of Us. Hannah Averick from St. Louis is our Team Rizz Member of the Day. Get super sweet Team Rizz Member of the Day soccer jersey. Get yourself signed up 1057thepoint.com/Team Rizz. All right, we'll take our first break in the morning. We'll come back with Crap on Celebrities. It is 7:06. It's Wednesday. Traffic and weather. Moon coming at you.
Traffic brought to you by Worldwide Technology Raceway. There's still a lot of racing left in 2023 at WWT Raceway. NHRA Midwest Nationals are September 29th to October 1st. Get those tickets now. Right lane closed due to a crash 270 southbound at Missouri AB. We also have a lane blocked due to a crash 44 eastbound just after Antire Road. And there are delays 270 eastbound between 255 and Gravway. Average speed down to 30 miles an hour. Your point forecast, rain will taper off this morning as the rush ends. The rest of the day, partly cloudy with a cooler with a slight chance of rain. High of 83 right now at 64 at the Point Studio. Your point forecast is brought to you by CarX Tire and Auto.
Hey, speaking of morning show hosts, do you guys remember in the car with your parents in the morning, who do they listen to on the radio?
No one.
Nobody.
My mom.
So you sat in silence?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Like silence? Like nobody? Like
That
Pretty
explains
sure.
a lot.
when the radio wasn't on?
Perhaps, yeah. I don't think so.
You don't recall?
Wow.
I'm pretty sure it was silent, man.
I don't know. That's like ingrained in my head. Like my Imus in the morning and Howard Stern.
Nah, man.
That French car may not have had a
That's
radio.
what your parents listen to?
Either Imus in the morning, or Howard Stern.
Wow, you had cool parents.
My mom would
what
listen to
about you?
Courtney on, I think, Y98.
When you were a kid?
When I was a little kid. Yeah.
I mean, maybe Rush or something, but like, no, it wasn't. It was not.
Huh.
Probably,
sports radio.
Probably silent.
What about you?
I'm pretty sure it's just music.
Huh? Music?
Yeah,
Scott?
we listened to KTTS country radio. It was
All
like
right.
news and weather, all that important stuff. Very interesting.
Maybe where I grew up, I mean, talk radio in the morning was the thing.
Oh, yeah. You had all the best out there, you
Yeah.
know?
All right, crap on celebrities after the break. Learn what do you got?
The writer's war is over. Cutting it up with Britney, bitch. Lars is down for you stealing Metallica music now. Prepare yourself for strippers. A Gay Good Time is coming to Hulu. And we're going to trash another list. This one time from Rolling Stone magazine, the worst movie decisions.
All right, we got that. We got your crappy birthdays. We got the porno birthday. All that and more next in your crap on celebrity. Stay there. All right, welcome back to the program. Phone number 314-624-3833 or 618-398-3833. The Mick Ultra Studio Cams, 1057thepoint.com/Rizz. The socials at RIZZ. Show your emails. RizzShow at 1057thepoint.com. We got crap on celebrities here in just a moment. If we have time today, we will play Do It Bitch, Moon's version.
Nice.
So Moon will host the show.
That's right. Quite excited.
Very exciting. At 8 o'clock, we got our good buddy Dr. Huatma coming in from South County Urological. So this weekend, Saturday specifically, it's the Zero Prostate Cancer Run Walk over at Tower Grove. We're doing it and participating in honor of our buddy Jeff Burton. And you could still donate to the cause, and you could still join us if you go to 1057thepoint.com. But Dr. Huatma is going to come in. We're going to talk about prostate health and how important it is to get checked out. And if you have any questions about prostate stuff, hell, if you got any urological type questions, Dr. Huatma is going to be here to answer them for you. But it is important. You know, 1 in 8 fathers, sons, husbands, brothers, partners, and friends will be diagnosed with prostate cancer, including 4,830 men in Missouri this year alone. So, guys, it's important to get checked out.
Serious business, man.
Serious business indeed. And let's just dispel some of the myths that come along with getting your prostate checked and all that goes, you know, with that. It's not all about just getting a finger up your butt.
Yeah, which is not that big a deal.
That's a bonus.
Yeah.
Just, as long as your doctor doesn't have the biggest hands in Missouri, I think you're fine.
Right.
It's dense finger day.
He's going to be all right.
It's dense finger.
It's going to be all right.
Yeah, Dr. Huatma's here for Dense Finger Day.
Oh, man.
Dr. Sausage Hands.
No.
Aging Dr. Sausage Hands.
No. So did you hear, I don't know if you're going to talk about this, Lauren, but the IRS going after ticket scalpers?
No.
Did you read about this?
No.
So let's say you had Taylor Swift tickets
Okay.
for her show in Kansas City, and
Yeah.
you could not go. So you went to a secondary market, and you sold your Taylor Swift tickets for $2,000 each, like you had good seats. And those T-Swift tickets were going for, I mean, huge amounts of money.
Yeah. Well, they coming after capital gains?
They are coming after, well, the IRS is now saying resellers who passed $600 in ticket sales on marketplaces like StubHub and Ticketmaster, you will now need to report your activity to the IRS.
You know what? And that's reasonable because there's people making careers out of this stupid crap.
Yeah, if it's a business.
Well, it is a business if you're making over $600.
If I'm John Q, I can't go to the show guy. Now you want me to report that? It used to be. By the way,
how much money are you going to make, dude?
The previous
I can't just start selling cars for profits.
Yeah,
but that's a business.
Does it count
What do you
also if
mean?
you already bought the tickets and almost cost the same amount, and then you sell them for basically the same
I don't
amount?
know.
Listen, if an industry
That's a
pops up
bummer.
where they're selling yellow Miatas, and I realize that, oh, hey, people want yellow Miatas, I'm going to buy 4 of them.
I don't know, $600 as opposed to what the old threshold was $20,000. And leave me alone. Let me just sell my tickets.
Oh,
Leave me alone. Leave me alone. Leave me alone.
You can make up to 6 before you have to report it?
Yeah,
yeah, 600
I'll
is
sell them
like
for $599.
Oh, 600.
600.
600 in profit.
Resellers who passed $600 in ticket sales on marketplaces like StubHub and Ticketmaster now need to report their activity to the IRS.
Why is it always 600? Like, I feel like that needs to be inflated.
Yeah, you're right.
Well, that's the
You know?
standard
should
for
go
like
up to
if
like
you...
1,600 now.
Right.
Or something.
It used to be 20,000.
But that's because it was a different type of market. It was people, they weren't
Leave
career...
me
They
alone.
weren't
I'm going to
career-
sell my tickets for $599.99.
I'm saying you should be able to sell them for $1,200 and not have to report that money.
Okay, and you know what this is going to ultimately help with is your ticket prices. The people that are bitching about ticket prices, you know why that is, right? It's not necessarily the artists or the venues. It's because the scalping market has done all this kind of change in how tickets are sold and what the prices can be worth.
I get it if you have like a business that does this, that resells. But if I sell one pair of tickets, now I got to fill out forms.
But you're saying that the reason, I don't agree with that. I think that it is venue profits and artist profits because the music market is so down because people are not buying records as much as they used to. And so all of these prices are inflated, not because of scalpers, but because of just the market. Like, are you saying that secondary ticket price is why, venues are able to gouge us?
Gouge us.
Secondary markets gouge you.
There's
the worst.
Yeah, there's multiple reasons. But I'm saying there are career ticket buyers and sellers now.
Yeah.
And they're trying to rein that, and that has affected the industry for sure.
And it's supposed to be like I have season tickets to the Chiefs, and they make you sell them on the NFL ticket exchange if you want to sell your tickets, and it's supposed to be fans selling tickets to fans.
Yeah, to fans.
But then you'll go on there, and there'll be 26 seats in one row, all being sold by the same person, and I'm like, who's the season ticket holder that's got 26 seats?
Right.
And it's become a business for this person.
It's a business,
and then I understand, okay. You report your income.
Or it's just, they're full of it.
You're making a crap ton of money from that.
And I'm just saying that, Moon, because yesterday I'm sure you read about Ticketmaster and how they're going to be not taking a chunk out of merch anymore from artists and how this is going to kind of help. Which is great.
Yeah.
They're also going to give them a stipend of $1,200 for gas, not just for the headliners, but for all the bands underneath the band. And so Live Nation and Ticketmaster are making changes to how they're contractually doing things now, which is going to hopefully, and I've had a lot of backlash since being supporting of this yesterday, I'm excited to not have to pay $65 for a $9 T-shirt anymore, which is hopefully what's going to happen because a lot of people are thinking...
won't.
Well, people are going, now is this going to go to the ticket price? Because now Live Nation isn't going to take out of the merch. Now they're going to add $20 on a ticket.
As long as people are still willing to pay $65 for a T-shirt, it will be $65 a T-shirt.
I don't think so. With this national news,
this could be
We'll see.
Interesting. That's a big deal.
Here's the thing.
I'm going to look up that article.
The market dictates what the price is, and if people are willing to go to a Jonas Brothers show and pay $130 for a sweatshirt,
right?
It'll be $130.
But now that's on the artist because now we know publicly that Live Nation and Ticketmaster are not taking a chunk out of the merch. And so if an artist is still charging you $65 for a T-shirt, that's on the artist now.
And yes, I almost did say the F word.
Okay. Wait a second. That's okay. When does that take effect? Is it one of those things that takes effect in 4 years or something?
I don't.
Man, I gotta.
Well, with the requisite paperwork, we'll get this all done by 2030.
At least the merch, even inflated. I know that I'm supporting the artist. Like if Moon sells me a Greek Fire shirt, now he's like, they're $40, man. But they're the triple thread cotton. We paid a little more. I'd happily give that money to Moon and Greek Fire before I'm like just giving StubHub $500 for a Greek Fire ticket that he only made $40.
Honestly, nobody cares where the money's going. They just want their tickets and they just want their T-shirt.
Oh, people care.
I care. I hate third-party ticket.
Oh my God,
you care.
Look at the comment section on that. BuzzFeed. Everybody's talking about this yesterday, and people are ready to stop paying out the ass for merch and for either one. You can only have one. It's
people care how much they're paying for it. But what he's saying is they don't care where it goes.
They don't care. They care.
Oh yeah, they don't care. They care
how much they're paying.
Yeah, I was saying, people in the industry care, but as an artist, I promise you, people don't care.
People don't care.
People don't care what they pay for music. People don't care. People don't care where their money goes.
And that's the honest answer.
They just care how much they pay and what they get.
That's it.
My other argument is, I think tickets should be regulated first because without the ticket, there is no merch.
Right.
You can make a choice whether you want a souvenir. You can't go see the artist. You can't experience the artist's art without a ticket. So if you're paying $700 per ticket to go see you're pricing out average people. You're pricing out my people I grew up with, people in Southern Illinois who are on very shoestring budgets, who live paycheck to paycheck, who are like, hey, it's the weekend and I love this band and I work hard all week. I'm swinging my hammer. Love this band. I want to go see them. Well, you can't because you're being priced out. Only rich people can go.
Yeah.
That's classist. It sucks. And it's just people taking advantage and getting rich who don't even care about the art of the artist. That sucks.
Yeah,
like I'm fine paying $40 for a T-shirt if that's what I show. Or I'll be like, you know what, Jonas Brothers, F you. I already paid for your ticket. Thanks for the music. I'll take that home with me instead. But it's like to me, the ticket prices it's obscene. Mm-hmm. It's obscene what StubHub and some of these third-party ticket vendors are doing to the market, and it's a false inflation.
Yeah, and how that secondary market has affected it, for sure. I'm with you, Rizz, that maybe 600 is a little low, but there should be some sort of rule that's in between 600 and 20 grand. Because, I mean, think about this. My wife and I went to City Park yesterday, and we had a chance to get tickets early. And it was like going to be like 16 grand or something that I cannot afford with what I do. 16 grand. Now, we were literally walking in doing the math and saying, hey, we could have gone to these amount of games. If we had bought that, if we had had that investment money to put down and get $16,000 worth of tickets, we could have made that money back and made this amount of money and still seen X amount of games. We mathed it out. It could have been a profitable supplemental income thing for me. And people are doing that. And that's what happened. Yeah. Some of the tickets weren't even available because people had the 30 grand to invest.
I don't know if it's one transaction or to some of, like, I sold $650 worth of tickets over the course of the year on StubHub. I don't know. I just know the IRS said, hey, you make $600, we want to.
I think it's reasonable. It's a market that should be taxed because people are making bank.
$600 is
the other thing that sucks is, like, went to Billy Joel and Stevie Nicks at Arrowhead, and I got floor seats, and I got lucky because I had a pre-sale, and I got in and got them for face value. Still expensive. They were still like $300 a ticket, but I splurged because Tina wanted to go. But there were so many empty seats around us, and I'm like, it's not because Stevie Nicks and Billy Joel aren't a popular act. It's because people just, like, third-party ticket vendors got a hold of those tickets and then jacked them up, and no one bought them. But they don't have to sell them all to make money. Do you know what I mean? Like, they could sell 10 of their 20
and still make
money and then not put the other ones on the market. So it's like it even takes away from the experience because then it's like it's not packed down there. You're not getting, like, that crackling energy of a live rock show because you've priced out the actual fans.
Yeah.
Yeah, the wild thing is when you see VIP things, a lot of times those bands, they don't necessarily want to do VIP things. I love doing that because it's a different experience, but some bands literally don't like doing it, and they only do it because that's the only thing that isn't taxed in a way from the venues and all that kind of stuff where they can actually make some direct revenue and offset some of their cost or whatever. And there's people in the chat that are blowing up about taxes. Well, just remember that's what we do. We have voted our way into being taxed as the middle class. That's what happens. So you got to change that from a systemic sort of point. But I mean, taxes. I mean, I want good roads. I want good schools. I want good police.
Thanks to my money that I sold, my Taylor Swift tickets, and I'm going to pay the IRS. That pothole is probably going to get filled.
Wow. Thank you for your service.
Very good point.
Thank you. You're welcome, guys. All right, today is September 27th. Back in the day, 69 years ago, 1954, The Tonight Show first premieres on NBC, hosted by Steve Allen. 37 years ago, 1986, tragedy. Metallica bassist Cliff Burton dies in a bus accident at the age of 24. And he was on the band's first 3 records and was posthumously inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame with the rest of Metallica in 2009. 32 years ago, 1991, Billy Joel's We Didn't Start the Fire was released. 28 years ago, 1995, during the O.J. Simpson trial. O.J. tries on the glove. It did not fit. 25 years ago, 1998, in the season finale, final game of the season, Mark McGwire ends the historic season hitting his 69th and 70th home runs in the Cardinals' 6-3 win over the Expos. McGwire hits number 70 in his last at-bat off Expos rookie Carl Pavano. And that same day, 25 years ago, 1998, the superimposed yellow first down line appears on televised football games for the first time.
Huge.
Yeah, think about that. So you take for granted that yellow first down line. That's fairly new. Well, 25 years.
Not new.
I don't know, 25.
All the leaves are brown, the leaves are brown. You're in the fall of your life.
25 years ago, 1998.
You're 20. Wow.
All right, that's what happened back in the day. Stop it.
Do you remember?
That wasn't that long ago. Yes, that was. Damn it.
Do you remember around the same time when they tried to do
hockey?
the puck technology where they put like the comet tail on the puck, and it was awful.
Fox track.
Terrible. Did they even do that for a whole season, or did they abandon it like halfway through?
They brought it back again recently.
Really?
I think the All-Star game. It wasn't bad technology. It just...
I feel like they could probably
fans
do it
didn't like
now.
it.
They could do it better now.
It was like behind.
Yeah, they could do it better now.
Track it.
It was a good idea. It just didn't...
It was. It was
wasn't really
I
needed.
think that came from the first down marker. They were like, oh, football has this, and people can see where the first down is, and that's made it exciting.
Hey, there was a time where they didn't even show the score on the screen because TV execs were afraid people would turn the game off if they knew the score.
That's funny.
Huh.
All right, time to find out what's going on in the world of music and entertainment with your Crap on Celebrities.
And it's brought to you by Bright House Plumbing. Call the best. Flush the rest. BrightHouseCo.com, 636-600-0188. Well, it's been a very long 184 days of striking in Hollywood for writers. But finally, the Writers Guild of America reached an agreement on a 3-year minimum basic agreement with the Alliance of Motion Picture and Television Producers. The WGA unanimously voted to lift the union strike as of today. The new tentative agreement includes increased health and pension contribution rates, minimum rate increases until 2025, increased health and pension contributions, and protections against artificial intelligence, among other points. Members will officially vote on the agreement in early October. SAG-AFTRA, the union representing actors in Hollywood, released a statement congratulating WGA. The union said, "We remain ready to resume our own negotiations with AMPTP as soon as they're prepared to engage on our proposals in a meaningful way."
Okay, so the writers are back. Actors still on strike, so the writers could... So that means probably...
Late night's coming back.
Late night coming back.
Yeah, I'm into it.
Man, I picked the right day to drop a special, didn't I? Coming off the writer's strike, you ain't got nothing to watch. There's no way they can write a show. There's not going to be any new shows for at least another week. So
Watch Rafe Williams' comedy
That's
special.
right.
Comes
Might as
out
well
today.
watch. Might as well watch
7
my special tonight at 7 o'clock.
Tonight at
on
7
YouTube.
o'clock.
Because there ain't nothing else on reruns.
What do we search on YouTube?
Go to Trailer Trash Tammy, aka Chelsea Lynn's YouTube. It's all over our socials. I'll be
7 o'clock
obnoxious
tonight,
about it.
World premiere.
I'm excited, man. Happy special day.
Thank you.
That's a big, it's your
Today's
first
a
one.
Today's a
day.
special day.
Today's a special day for a special boy.
First of many.
Oh, man.
Britney Spears posted another dancing video from her living room yesterday. I saw this and immediately,
I saw stills, and it's frightening.
dude,
I saw your
my
tweet.
God.
I was like, get the
I saw your
dogs
tweet,
out of
too.
the room. Just get these little pups out of the room. Britney has 2 huge knives in her hand.
Yeah.
And she's spinning around doing her moves. And apparently they were cosplay knives, like they weren't real butcher knives. But man, they look
Who
real.
said that?
I don't know, somebody.
A liar.
A liar. They looked real.
They were real.
The dogs.
They were real.
The
100% real.
little cotton puff dogs that were in the background. I'm just like, get the damn the knives of the dogs. Get them
Those
out of
weren't
here.
real
Did you
dogs.
see it? Did you see the video?
So
I
CGI
didn't see the
dogs.
video. I saw stills, and the blades are facing her
Right.
in 2 of the shots that I saw.
I mean, and she's swinging them wildly.
Like we thought David Lee Roth had the moves with.
Yeah, but he's a
his sword.
trained... David Lee
Samurai.
Roth is a trained
Samurai.
martial artist.
Yeah, but
Imagine that being the last thing you hear before you die from a blade. I don't know, when I hear it, that's all I think about. Oh, yeah, as he's stabbing you. He's doing harikari.
anyway, Brittany, get the knives out of there. We
Who
need help.
said they were fake knives? Those looked
Her
real.
publicist.
Yeah.
Some random.
Oh, don't
person.
worry. They're fake
Here's my
knives.
question, and I think I've said this before on the show, and this is what bugs me about fake people. Where are all the Free Britney people now?
Yeah.
Where are all these people that were so concerned about Britney Spears and her conservatorship?
Yeah.
Where are you now that we're seeing, now that she has her freedom and we're seeing that, oh, maybe there was a problem?
You know that eek face, this thing? Everybody.
Big yikes.
Every one of us is going,
We did it, guys. We did it.
She's free.
I don't know.
And now she's dancing with knives.
Who wants to take care of her? Oh, not me.
And is she insinuating this as like a threat to her ex-husband or something? Like, is she trying to act badass with these knives to be like, I'll cut you, bitch? Like,
No, I honestly think she's just like, I think this would be a cool dance video. And is just like dancing around with blades in the kitchen. And like,
Man.
I think she's just There's something wrong with her, man.
Yeah, man, it's
I
really
think
sad.
I think we did it. I think fame
Oh, no.
broke her.
I didn't do it.
Oh, yes, you
Well,
did.
Oh,
you took
You
part
put the
in it.
knives
Damn
in
it,
our
I'm
We're
part of
hands.
the
talking about it
machine.
right now. We're part of
Part
it.
of the machine. Damn.
Gotta own it a little bit.
Shinedown took some inspiration from when athletes are mic'd up for TV broadcasts. They've started their own Mic'd Up Mondays series on Instagram. You can check out Zach Myers wearing a microphone, talking about the stuff he's doing during a show, which I actually think is kind of a cool
I
thing.
love the behind-the-scenes stuff.
I do too. Lars Ulrich was on the Smartless podcast recently, said he doesn't really mind if people are stealing his music anymore, quoting, "I'm just happy that effing anybody cares about what we're doing and shows up to see us play and will stream or buy or steal our records or whatever." So full 180 for Lars.
Boy, his tune changed, huh?
Yeah, very much so. The release of Static X's Project Regeneration Volume 2 has been pushed to January 26th. Volume 2 features the final vocal recordings and compositions of Wayne Static. It also includes previously released single Stay Alive and a cover of Nine Inch Nails' Terrible Lie. See Static X and Seven Dust at the Factory on October 22nd.
Rafe, do you know the band Static X?
Nope.
I'm sure you do.
I'm sure if you
Maybe.
heard, they got one or
That one song.
Yeah,
Lars,
yeah.
two
Push It.
songs that like maybe
What's the
you
song?
heard.
Push it?
Push it.
Back in rock radio, back in the late
Like
90s.
Salt and Pepper?
No.
Push
a little
it.
different.
Real good. Anyway, the lead singer had giant high hair.
It looks like a Q-tip.
Wayne.
He looked
wasn't
like a
Wayne
racer head.
Static.
Yeah, right.
Wayne Static.
Yeah.
So he passed away. I believe it was a drug, alcohol thing.
Very large, is
Dong?
what I was told.
Huh.
Dense.
I think it was either
Dense
him.
dong,
It was
huh?
either him. Yeah, I want to say it was him. Story a producer told me when he was tracking him that he liked to track naked.
Really?
Yeah, don't quote me on that.
Well,
it was,
look,
it was
he-
either him or the other guy that looked just like him and played for another band.
He
that
passed
sounded
away,
just like them.
and Static X, obviously, with Lern saying they're on tour with Seven Dust. They tour, but the new lead singer, wears a mask of the old lead singer.
It's very trippy.
Yeah.
So he wears a
wild.
mask of the old guy.
And it was a combined intoxication in 2014 that killed Wayne Static.
I gotta look this guy up now.
Yeah, I'm
You
very high.
definitely
You'll recognize
know
it.
Static X.
And you'll recognize the song.
Yeah. Start clutching your Vegas pearl necklaces right now because Usher is gearing up to headline the Super Bowl halftime show, and he's bringing his strippers with him. Exotic dancing is to be included because it was already included in his Vegas residency, where his dancers have been known to steal the show. Usher plans on having pole dancers dressed in a very tasteful manner, of course, as well as dancers on roller skates at the halftime show.
One of my favorite things to do is usually 4 or 5 weeks after the Super Bowl, read the FCC complaints on the air.
Yep, here they come.
Oh,
We usually get like a printout of all the FCC complaints, and I love reading them.
Yours? Ours?
No,
No,
Super
from the
Bowl
Super
ones.
From the Super Bowl.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's going to be great. It's going to be like El Monstero, only Super Bowl edition and
Yes.
Usher. It's going to be great. Travis Kelce's ex, Maya Ben-Berry, warns Taylor Swift about him. She's calling Travis Kelce a cheater. Taylor seems like such a fun girl with a beautiful spirit, so I wish her all the best of luck. But I wouldn't be a girl's girl if I didn't advise her to be smart. Only time will tell, but like the saying always goes, once a cheater, always a cheater.
Damn. Shots fired.
Not good.
Is somebody peanut butter and jelly?
Peanut butter jelly time.
Somebody. Why would she come out and say that?
Well, I mean, she alleges that she was cheated on.
I'm sure somebody asked her, hey, what do you think about your ex dating Taylor Swift?
Well,
Take the high road.
Maya says here after this, it says the reality star went on to accuse the Super Bowl champ of cheating on her when he embarked on his next relationship with Kayla Nicole. Those two dated on and off between 2017 and 2022. I hope he's not a cheater, man. But that will just add to the album, right? We already know this
What?
is, if they break up, it's going to be a banger.
I mean, look at Travis Kelce. I love the guy. I've said this before on the air. He looks like the guy that would sleep with your girlfriend and come tell you about it and be like, she's not the one, dude. I did you a favor. And I'd be like, he didn't have to sleep with my
You're
girlfriend.
welcome.
No, dude, I did it for you. And he's that guy. Like,
This
he
is how
has
you
that
know.
look. He just looks like Chinstrap Chet, your buddy in high school, that would just be like, brother, I did it for you, man.
It's
She's
true.
not the one. I'm like, no, dude, you didn't have to go to her house at 1 o'clock in the morning.
Chinstrap Chet.
He does.
Yeah, you went
like,
out of your way to teach me that lesson. Very strange. Thank
Yeah,
you.
Thank you, buddy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
thanks,
man.
buddy.
all my internal female signals are like, he's very good looking. He's freaking
He's also a
good
pro
on the
athlete.
field. Yeah, like he checks all the marks of like, I got to stay out. I got to stay away
Yeah.
from that.
Why? Danger?
Danger. Yeah, high voltage danger.
Danger, Will Robinson.
But if you want that danger, go get it. You know, don't not get it.
Yeah,
Well,
go
that
get some of
world-
that danger. Go get yourself a piece of some of that danger.
Taylor wants that danger, and I'm here for it.
Yeah, and dude, he'll be. Good luck cheating on her with the watchful eye of the Swifties upon you, brother, because there's nowhere you can go.
Right.
I know. I was reading everywhere yesterday that the Swifties have given their okay to this
Oh
relationship.
yeah.
Oh, that's
But they're
good.
gonna watch his ass. You're exactly right.
Is it
Ray.
called Tavis or
It's trailer.
Trailer sounds better. Celebrity couple.
Kristen Stewart is producing a new ghost hunting show called Living for the Dead, and it features 5 LGBTQ ghost hunters exploring supposedly haunted locations around the country. I watched the trailer for this. It's going to be on Hulu on October 18th. This looks hilarious. So you have like everybody on this show is LGBTQ plus. So there's a witch, there's a tarot card reader, there's a clairvoyant. And it is stylistically so cool looking. It's from the producers of Queer Eye. This is
What
right
is
up my
this?
alley.
Another garbage ghost hunting show?
Well, it's going to be just the quotes alone from the trailer are so good. We're going to put it up on the blog if you're interested. It's called Living for the Dead. Shrek, who hasn't seen that movie and loved it, there's a Scottish Highlands Airbnb that's being offered right now for 3 guests. And this thing is so cool. If you have the means to get over to the UK and rent this thing, it looks exactly like Shrek's swamp. You're living inside of like a tree.
Like the tree?
Yes, it's so
That's
neat.
cool.
And finally, we're gonna trash this list. But differently than you guys guessing, I'm gonna give you some things that is on the 50 worst decisions in movie history and get your thoughts on it. So Rolling Stone just put this list together and it's out today. 50 worst decisions in movie history. Like number, it doesn't matter.
Like this is
about the numbers.
decisions of characters or decisions to make movies?
Some of it. It's everything.
Like Hollywood
Decisions.
okay.
decisions. There's no way you guess any of this.
No. It'd be impossible.
Are
But
you sure? Like making a Jaws 3.
should have been on the list, but it wasn't. Listen to this. So Idiocracy gets denied a wide release and promotion.
Oh, I remember that.
Yeah. That's become such a cult classic and people love that movie.
But again, who knows if it would have done well in theaters?
Right.
Maybe because it didn't come out in theaters, it gained that cult.
Maybe,
classic
but
status.
Luke
Maybe.
Wilson was hot at that time. Like that was his.
I remember
he was on
they
fire
announced
and
the
then-
movie, they announced it, and then it went away.
right.
Yeah.
And then you saw it later when you rented it. Like it, yeah.
Was Idiocracy pre or post Office Space?
Post.
After.
Office Space should have been the model where they're like, oh, we messed up not putting that movie out. Because that was a Mike Judge.
Yeah.
Huge cult classic hit, too.
That was in theaters, though, right?
Yeah. I
It
think
wasn't.
Not
Office-
very limited release. It wasn't like they didn't put a bunch of money.
I
behind
remember
it.
I did as when I was working promotions for the first radio station I worked for. Me and Peter broke a fax machine out in front of a theater
That's awesome.
with a baseball bat.
That is so
Are
cool.
you serious?
Yeah.
That's so cool.
It was pretty
man.
fun.
What about this one? Making The Hobbit into 3 movies. Thoughts?
I never saw
I don't
him.
know, man. That's such
Why
a
not?
dense book, and even with the 3 movies, they skipped so many different characters and plot lines. I don't know. I don't know, man.
I think it's worth 3. It's such a good
I don't know.
story.
Yeah, I don't
They're
know how I
saying
feel about that.
they could have done it in 2.
Yeah, okay, I can see
Sure,
that.
they could have done it in 1, but it's fun to do.
Yeah, but that was like
That
done
world's
it in one.
awesome.
They
I just
couldn't
like
have done
that
it in one,
world.
no
that
way.
was also the height of we were trilogy happy for a while. Everything was a trilogy. The Matrix was a
Star
trilogy.
Wars.
Star Wars is a
Saw.
trilogy.
Sewing up Deadpool's mouth in the X-Men Origins Wolverine.
Ah,
Thoughts?
man,
I don't know what that
it's
is.
horrible.
Yeah.
Horrible.
Because he didn't talk the whole. I'd never seen the movie, so he doesn't talk the whole.
They made Ryan Reynolds Deadpool in the Wolverine movie. They took the character and they made him like a hybrid. At the end of the movie, they sewed his mouth shut, and they basically gave him everyone's powers, and he had 2 long blades come out of his wrists, like Wolverine's claws. It was so stupid,
I don't remember.
so dumb. They made fun of it, of the actual. In the Deadpool movies, they made fun of how terrible of a decision it was, which was great.
All right. Howard the Duck nearly kills the Marvel Cinematic Universe
Before
before
it
it
even
even
started. That was a George Lucas movie.
It was
Howard the
1986.
I tell you, I don't hate that movie.
I don't
It's
either.
got duck boobs.
Yeah.
Dude, that duck is so weird looking.
When I was a kid and he was looking at a duck Playboy, I was like, this is kind of my kind of movie.
It was wacky. That was like a fever dream.
And one last one. Warren Beatty, Faye Dunaway handed the wrong envelope at the Academy Awards.
Oh.
What
I
a
remember
disaster.
that.
I do too.
Remember
Watching
them looking
it live.
at each other all weird?
Yeah.
What was that? Was that La La Land or something?
Moonlight, La La Land?
Moonlight won, but they gave it to La La Land.
Yeah.
Whoops.
What a mess.
Celebrities celebrating a
How
birthday.
about Will Smith slapping
That was on the list
Chris
as well.
Rock? I mean, that's,
Oh yeah,
jeez.
that would
Terrible
be,
decision.
That would go down as a poor decision.
Poor decision.
Avril Lavigne is 39. Lil Wayne is 41. Brad Arnold, 2 first names. Who's that?
Lead singer of Three Doors Down.
That's right. He's 45. Gwyneth Paltrow is 51. Stephen Jenkins, lead singer of Third Eye Blind, is 59. Mark Maron, friend of the Rizz Show, is 60. Dennis Lawson, that is Wedge Antilles from the original Star Wars trilogy. This
Yeah,
guy.
he's been in all of them.
Get this. Okay, let me show you a picture. This is him. Now, does he look like anybody that's also famous for being in a Star Wars movie?
Is that somebody's
It's
dad?
just, I did not know this, but the Wedge Antilles actor, Dennis Lawson, is the real-life uncle of young Obi-Wan, Ewan McGregor.
No kidding.
Wild, huh? Yeah, crazy, huh? And Randy Bachman, the Guess Who, and Bachman Turner Overdrive, is 80 years old.
All right, today's porno birthday, which is being brought to you by Patricia's, where fun and fantasy meet, is Brenda James. And today's birthday girl has been in 131 fine films, including Busty Busy Secretaries. She was in Cheating Housewives 5, Cougar Hunter, Field of Schemes 7. What do you got?
Sorry.
Chips?
What do you got over there? Well, you got some garden salsa sun chips?
I was like the guy in the movie just now. I did not mean to do that. I apologize.
You can't open chips in the 7 a.m. hour and not have us go, oh, what you got?
It's a Mommy Thing 3, Mommy Got Boobs 16, Mommy's Little Helper, Oops, I MILF'd Again, and Who Could Get a Roll in 2013's It's Okay, She's My Stepmom 4. Brenda James is 53 years old. That's your porno birthday. Those are your crappy birthdays, and that was your crap on celebrities. All right, we'll take a break. We'll come back with urologist to the stars. Dr. Huatma is going to be here. I think I see him in the hallway right now. It's
concern.
Right.
So again, I have so many
Go
questions.
ahead, Lern.
So
This is the docs here.
yeah. So, okay, let's say you have prostate cancer. Do you get your prostate removed? You would remove it completely?
And that's one treatment.
Right, that's one treatment. You know, we use the robotic surgery. That's actually my specialty, and that's a very frequent treatment option. Also, radiation.
Okay.
You know, and you can also freeze the prostate. You can freeze part of it. You know, there's multiple different options. Hormone therapy, but I'd say the most common are removing robotically and radiation.
So then, okay, let's say it's removed. Semen is not being made anymore. So when a man when he ejaculates,
Yes.
what happens? Nothing?
Yeah, that's a great question. It's actually a dry ejaculate,
Interesting.
so nothing comes out.
Whoa.
But it still relieves the erection?
Yes,
But it all works the same hormonally, everything?
all works the same. Everything hormone. Yeah, it does not affect hormone
Wow.
levels.
The fact that Scott went, oh. I mean, just, you almost floored
That's wild.
You almost floored me.
I think the common misconception is that if you have it removed, it's over. You don't have sex again.
Well, that is unfortunately a complication. And, you know, we always do what's called a nerve sparing operation. But even, you know, in the best hands, a man can sometimes have erection issues. But we have other treatment options. You know, we have, if the pills don't work, like, Viagra, Cialis, and so forth, we have injection therapy. We also have a penile implant that we can put in.
Interesting.
Oh.
The bionic man.
Hell yeah. Let's get on to that.
Yeah. Rafe will take 2.
Does the penile
Is it
implant
2
have
popsicle sticks
a
and a
remote?
duct tape?
Or how does that work?
So she brings up an interesting point. So I know that's being worked on.
What was the
like
question?
an app for the
Oh, an
prosthetic,
app?
which
Yeah.
brings up all kinds of questions.
Yeah,
'Cause you
what
can
happens if
hack
somebody
into it
steals my
and-
phone?
Yeah, exactly. But no,
Somebody
that's
hacked my penis.
My
That's-
phone's missing and I can't
It's got a
stand
mind of
up.
its own. I'm not in control of my penis anymore.
That's down the road. For now, I think that's in the future. They're working on it. But for now, it's a device that you have a small pump in the scrotum. So it's like basically having a third testicle. And you can't see it. A man looks totally natural. And when he wants to have an erection, you just pump it up, keep it up for as long as you want.
Like
you can
Reeboks.
Like
Yeah,
Reeboks.
like a Reebok.
Oh,
you can hang a towel off it. It's a very
Whoa.
strong erection.
Wow.
Sensations all normal, you know, ejaculation, everything the same. And then when you're done, you just hit a little deflate button and it goes down.
Does it make that sound?
Yes, it does actually, a little bit.
Incredible.
That's incredible.
Yeah, like when you let the air out of a balloon.
If you do it too fast, it might push it back.
Well, yeah.
Is that painful
If you
for
pull
a
the
man?
tip,
Not
it
at
makes
all.
different sounds.
No.
You guys.
What?
Yeah, that's awesome.
If you, what'd you say?
It's
If you
a
pull the tip,
life-changing
it makes different
operation,
sounds.
you know,
I'm
for
sure
men.
it is,
You put
yeah.
this in, it's a minimally invasive surgery, you know, one small incision, and it's usually a same-day operation. Guy
That's
goes home, but
incredible.
you don't really start using it until about 4 to 6 weeks
I
after.
was going to say,
So
guy
the
goes home
swelling
and
and
the
everything
same day and he's going at it.
goes away.
That's wild.
Somebody's asking, is it true if you don't use it, you lose it? That's a legit question for a urologist.
Well, you know what? Interesting. If you have erectile dysfunction, you know, over time, a man does lose length and girth for sure. That's well documented. So, yeah, if you don't use it, you know, you're going to lose a little bit of something.
Wow.
And,
Wow.
and a lot of
That's
guys
true.
that have the implant, for example, they've waited so long, and they say, "Hey, doc, you know, it's not like when I was 20 or 30. It's I've lost, you know, this. I've lost, you know, circumference, girth." So. Yeah, you want to do something as soon as possible. If you're having erection issues, you want to start getting erections, whether it's medicines, injections, or ultimately an implant.
Do you? So I want to switch gears to scrotum. Do you do like ball implants?
Yes.
Okay.
If someone's had testicular cancer,
Yes.
there is a prosthetic you can put in. Yeah.
I find that very interesting.
Yeah.
And that's another, men's health topic. Testicular cancer, common, especially in the younger guys, guys in your audience. So, 25 to 35 is sort of the peak. So you want to do, monthly exams in the shower. You're trying to feel for anything, hard, nodule, anything that should
Something
be there.
unusual.
Yes.
Something that's
Okay.
normally not there.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, because somebody said, it's actually, is it normal to feel something in my testicles or scrotum aside from what's normally there?
Yeah, and again, not to be alarming, but there are multiple benign conditions. Things called hydroceles, varicoceles. We were talking about that. Spermatoceles. All these
I had one.
things that don't necessarily mean it's testicular cancer.
I had one freak me out. It was like last year or something. I went and saw you, and you put my mind at ease. You educated me on it, and we got it looked at it, taken care of, and all was well.
I got a question about
it. Turned out to be nothing.
Varicocele.
Yep.
And you asked Dr. Watma about varicocele and the procedure to correct it. Now, what exactly is that?
So varicocele is like varicose veins, basically. So it's a benign condition. It's swelling of veins in the scrotum, usually on the left side because of anatomic factors. And the surgery to correct it, you make a very small incision, just kind of like where a hernia incision is, in the low groin, very small. And using a high-powered microscope, you tie off all those veins.
Dang.
And it's highly successful. Most of the time, we see a varicocele, we don't need to do anything because it's asymptomatic, doesn't cause any problems. But we usually operate for pain and also for fertility reasons because it can impact fertility as well.
Oh.
Wow.
Somebody asking, yes, we know you could break your penis. We've talked about that with Dr. Watma
Right.
before. We've talked about how it sounds like celery snapping.
Oh, my
we
God.
don't need to go into that again.
Penile fracture, yeah. I see a few of those every year. It turns into like an eggplant almost immediately.
Yeah, we don't need to.
You gotta take that to the operating room right
immediately.
away.
Yeah.
What do they do? Like, how do you?
I guess we're going to get into it.
Well, I
I'm
guess
sorry.
you have to make an incision around, pull back the skin, and then you evacuate all the blood. Then you have to find the spot
Right.
where the rupture is, and you just sew it.
Is that? But it's not a bone.
You sew it close.
It's not a bone.
It's not a bone.
So
It's just
What
a
they
very
call it
strong, connective tissue that
And you pack it up, right?
you pack it, you wrap it. Yeah, absolutely.
My friend had it.
Yeah.
And he had like a cast. We all signed it.
Right.
really?
He had like on his, it's like, it was on, he had like a diaper cast with it because he couldn't move it, right? He had to keep it stationary.
Yeah, for a period of time, yes.
Dr. Walma, I have some
You gotta
questions for my
sign it.
husband. So he is terrified at getting a catheter. Absolutely. And one day he may have to have it, you
Right.
know. Can you just walk us through catheters? Because is it extremely painful
Can
for
I
men?
tell you what my experience was
No.
before the doctor
Fine.
gets to
Yes,
his?
Sure.
I had an issue with anesthesia. I had an anesthesia issue when I got my tonsils removed, and I was released from the hospital when I shouldn't have been, and I couldn't pee, and apparently my bladder was not working.
Wow.
So when you get your tonsils removed, they tell you to drink a lot of water post surgery. So I was at home drinking water, and I got up to go to the bathroom, couldn't go. I had drank about a gallon of water by this time, Doc.
Yeah.
And I had to call my wife to take me back to the hospital. Shout out to St. Luke's for letting me early. This was many years ago, Mother.
He was so full of water, his nipples were leaking.
Many years ago.
Goodness.
I had to be taken to the emergency room, and I was screaming in like the check-in area that somebody needs to drain me immediately.
Oh. You're like a ghost.
I couldn't. My bladder was so full that I couldn't bend over. Like I had to was stiff as. I remember being in the passenger seat of my wife's car and not being able to sit because if I bent, my bladder would bend, and it was horrible. They didn't even put me in a room. Doc.
Right.
They put me in the hallway.
Yep.
And 2 nurses had to put a catheter in.
Yep.
And
How
I've
was
never
that
heard
for
a
you?
nurse go, "Oh, that's a lot," because they had to get like 2 buckets.
Oh.
Because
Oh,
there was
wow.
so much water in me, and my bladder had stretched out so much and wouldn't go back. I'd have a catheter for 10 days.
Oh my God.
Nice.
Yeah, I hear this every day, especially all these men with enlarged prostates. They're undergoing all kinds of surgeries, tonsils, orthopedic surgeries, hips, knees, whatnot, hernia repairs. A good number of them go into urinary retention, and we have to put a catheter in them. It just takes time. The anesthesia event, a little bit of enlarged prostate, causes this retention. And so the catheter is like a plastic tube. It just goes into the penis, goes through the urethra, through the prostate, into the bladder. Mm-hmm. And it's got a little balloon on the end of it to keep it in place so it doesn't fall out. Mm-hmm. And that balloon, rubs inside the bladder. It can, be irritating and cause pain and bleeding and so forth. So it's not fun.
Right.
But, we have to use a catheter after many of our procedures, such as enlarged prostate procedures, sometimes, bladder cancer and so forth. After removing a prostate, with a robot, we leave a catheter for at least a week.
So I remember going back to the doctor, I think a week after getting the catheter in, and the doctor said to me, "This is over at St. Luke's. All right, do you think you could go to the bathroom now?" I go, "I hope, Doc."
Yeah.
So they pulled the catheter out, and I was like, "Whoa!" Got that thing.
Nice.
And I went to the bathroom, and I couldn't go. Not even a
That's
drop.
embarrassing.
Not even a drop.
Wow.
So frustrating.
And they go, "We got to put it back in."
Oh,
Put the catheter
God.
back in. Now, the first time they put it in, it didn't hurt because I was in so much pain from my bladder that it was a relief.
Sure.
This time, and he said, "We'll try to numb it up for you."
Right.
Oh, that didn't really help.
Right. Yeah, that's tough. You can use this lidocaine gel, but it doesn't work great.
It doesn't. I mean, it helped. I guess it helped a little.
Right.
But that was a wild time. And I remember sitting on the couch and going, "Oh, my leg's getting warm. Oh, I'm peeing."
Were you put on medicine to relax your prostate, or?
Oh yeah, they gave me some
Flomax.
Oh, my
Flomax.
Yeah.
I remember the gel because it goes in the
Right.
and I remember seeing like the syringe. It was like this big, like a big giant fat magic marker, and I thought there was a needle on the end of it. I was like, "Whoa, where are you putting that?" And they're like, "Oh no, it goes in the thing," which is also bad, but it's better than a
Right.
needle.
Now,
Yeah. But when I do my vasectomies, I try and hide the needle from the patients because the initial needle we use is pretty
oh,
big
it's pretty
to
big.
draw
I
it
didn't
up.
look.
So
looked
I
straight
try and
into
hide it.
I counted the
That's
ceiling
nice of you.
tiles.
Because people look at it like, whoa.
A lot of questions coming over about penis size. Now, can you make it larger without surgery?
Signed, Rafe W. Email from Rafe W. Whoever that is.
Well, there's a lot of, information out there and all these things popping up on social media and so forth. But, I'd be very wary of all of those things.
Mm-hmm.
Now, there are some developments, very interesting, exciting developments in, girth enhancement with various fillers and so forth. In particular, one hyaluronic acid, which is used in, lip injections and so forth. So there's many studies ongoing with that. The other stuff, is all sort of, marketing and people trying to make a buck.
Snake oil.
There is an implant actually out there that only a handful of urologists in the country are doing because various concerns. So it's not a mainstay treatment, but there is an implant out there you can put in for purely cosmetics reasons. But that I think as a surgeon who does a lot of penile implants for functional reasons, I've got my concerns with that long term.
Well, I want to tell you the story about a personal trainer out of India.
Okay.
This guy was left with a weight plate stuck on his penis and excruciating pain after a bizarre attempt to make his dong bigger that went horribly wrong. This guy, 24-year-old guy, assumed he could transform his manhood in the same way, he would transform his biceps and his quads. So as part of his DIY method, he inserted his flaccid dingling into the hole of a 6-pound metal plate. And the man proceeded to stimulate himself to try to lift it with his penis. And have you ever heard of something like this before?
Well, I mean, I've seen guys, trap their penis in various bottles, weights like this.
So he ignored the mild
rings,
pain.
bracelets. I mean, we see all kinds of stuff. We've had to call ring cutters to the ER, or sometimes I have to break out like a orthopedic saw, to get these things off. It's not
jaws of
frequent,
life.
but it does happen.
So this guy ignored the mild pain and swelling he felt soon after he started doing this. Instead of quitting, he continued in excitement. And in this journal of urology, they wrote, after some time when intensity of pain and swelling increased in the penis, he tried to remove the weight plate, but he couldn't.
Yeah.
He panicked and and had to go to the doctor. Now, my question is, how do you go to the doctor? I mean, do you put on like a coat?
Yeah, what do you do?
Like you're obviously not fitting the 6-pound weight in your pants.
You're holding the weight.
Do you show up like pantsless?
Oh man, and that brings up a good question too.
And who do you ask to drive you?
Right.
What's your approach to the bedside manner if somebody comes in trapped in a ring that you have to saw off? What do you go in there and go, "Hey man, it's no big deal."
I mean, they're usually
no big
so
deal, Tom.
embarrassed.
That happens all the time.
And it's tough, but doesn't happen all the time. But they can be very tricky, very difficult to get off.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's a lot of delicate skin.
What do you say?
You gotta go at it with
what
humor,
can he
though,
say?
right?
He's got to be a
He just has to be
professional.
very professional about it. All these penile fracture guys that come in, they're all embarrassed, and usually, the partner's there, and you just have to be very professional. It happens. We're going to take care of it. Don't worry. Everything will be good in the end.
Getting your dong stuck in something is way worse than a penile fracture. Way worse.
I agree.
I bet you when you get out that saw, you've never seen a more stoic human being. I bet you've never seen
if you get to that
somebody
point, they're
else.
out. They're under anesthesia. So
Hold still. Don't worry, I will.
Oh my God.
Man, I turned pretty stoic with the biopsy and with the cystoscopy.
Right.
I went straight like,
Yeah.
oh boy. I went.
the other thing with getting back to prostate cancer, there's a lot of, people have stories getting biopsies. It was horrible, this, that. Many biopsies now are done with a little sedation, especially because we use a lot of MRI guidance. So those are all usually in the operating room. So it's a lot more smooth, very quick procedure.
Yeah, and again, I talked about medical technology coming so far along in such a short period of time, and you guys do whatever you can to make everybody as comfortable as possible.
Right.
Real quick, with testicular cancer, can that come up on blood work as well, or is it undetectable through blood work?
Yeah, that's a great question. Normally it's detected by physical exam, but there are certain blood work you have to order if someone has a diagnosis of testicular cancer, because when it's outside the testicle, it can raise certain blood levels and requires additional treatment.
You said earlier that some urologists are doing implants for cosmetic reasons.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
Well, it's an implant that's purely for enhancement, length, and girth. It's more of the resting length. It looks bigger.
Oh, it's to make a grower or a shower.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Have they done any grower and shower studies?
But there are studies. There are some urologists that do this. Like I said, it's a handful. But I think that right now we're waiting on more data, especially all these the filler data and so forth. Which actually, if you look at before and after pictures, they're apparently achieving great results. So I don't do that, but in the future, it's something to consider.
Ron writes in, my penis has acne. Is that a concern? Bro, you may have an STD, man. You got to.
Yeah, that sounds like herpes. That's a problem.
That's pustular herpes.
That is concerned. Yes, it's concerning. Get that checked out.
Especially if it hurts. Absolutely.
Don't worry about that. My penis is going through puberty.
My penis has acne. Is that a concern?
I don't think that's what's going on, Ron.
What about uncircumcised penises?
Oh yes, this is a big question.
I've never seen one in person, and I've looked it up on Google just because female curiosity.
It looks like an anteater.
It does, and I wonder what are the pros and cons of being circumcised?
Right. Well, pros obviously cosmetics, number one, but it's also it's easier to keep clean.
Yeah.
Hygiene. A lot of guys, they don't pull back their skin all the way. They get that buildup of that whitish material.
Oh my
smegma,
God.
which is
called
Exactly.
smegma. That is a
that, and dead skin cells.
Enjoy your cottage cheese.
Can have an odor.
Cheese. Yeah, cheese.
And that can create problems later in life. I circumcise guys all ages. Honestly, guys in their 80s that can no longer get the skin back, and
Oh, really?
Causes swelling, pain, infection. it's a problem.
Does it do anything sexually, like to have that foreskin, or like?
Yeah, no, there's debate on that too. That there's more sensation in the foreskin, so that's an advantage to keeping it. Absolutely.
Wow, so guys of all ages come in for circumcisions.
Yes. I mean, it's most commonly done by the GYNs, at birth, basically.
Yeah.
But, I'll see guys that, they're teens, all their buddies are circumcised. They come in and, they want a circumcision.
Somebody's writing in, my penis curves. Should I or can I fix it?
Yes. So that's called Peyronie's disease. That's usually just a hard plaque in the penis that causes a bend one way or the other. Most commonly, it bends up. But it can go, left, right, down, various degrees. Depending on how severe the curve is, that's something that can be fixed. There's injection therapy. There's surgical procedures you can do as well.
Is there something bad about having a curved penis? Like sexually, can you
Why
break
is it
it
be called
easier?
a disease?
Yeah. Well, good point. As long as it doesn't
Can
cause
I catch it?
As long as it doesn't cause you problems, pain, prevents guys from, penetration, so forth, you leave those
the wrong
alone.
way.
If it's less than 30 degrees. But when it starts getting, 30 plus, then that's something to consider.
Rafe, 90 degrees, not good.
Yeah, that's
No,
not
you got to have sex around the corner. That's not fun.
And you have to walk
See
up to
what's
the
going
toilet
on
back.
in
And
there.
a lot of guys, will
Stand
have
sideways at the urinal.
a lot of guys will have, Peyronie's, the curvature, and erectile dysfunction. And in those guys, that's the ideal candidate for an implant.
Okay.
Because you put the implant in, and you could actually mold the penis and make it straight,
Wow.
or as straight as possible on the implant. So that way you kill two birds, because now they can get erections anytime they want, and the penis is straight.
Please ask the doctor about blood in the semen after a biopsy.
Yeah, that's very common.
Don't worry.
Don't worry about that. And you can actually have rust-colored semen for up to 2 months after a biopsy.
Whoa.
It doesn't mean anything.
Okay.
Yeah. And actually, blood in the semen in general, after, without having had a biopsy, I see guys with this problem all the time. And it's a benign condition. It resolves.
What about semen that is like maybe tastes strange or has like a smell? Like, is that a thing? Is that a problem that's like underlying?
No, I've never seen a problem with that. It's just, dietary related. I don't know what to tell you on that one. But no, it's
Something about
I'm
pineapples.
asking all the questions.
You sure are. You froze us.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I almost left the show just now.
I leaned in.
One more question. Dr. H, what's your thoughts about vasectomies in young men 18 to 25?
Yeah, I generally don't like to do that, especially, below 30 without kids. I generally try and, convince them otherwise. And, I don't like it. I don't do it. I have seen more guys come in the last few years that do not have children, but they're in their, mid 30s, upper 30s, maybe even low 40s. And, they've decided they're with their partner, or they both decided. They usually have a lot of pets and a lot of interests, or they have a lot of nieces, nephews, and so forth.
They
And
like money.
They like money. So that's common.
Preach.
Hey, does that increase, like a young vasectomy, does that increase the risk for anything? I know that was a debate a couple of years ago, and I don't know where it's landed.
I think the younger guys, they're a little increased risk of chronic pain afterwards. That's another reason I don't like to do it. But, yeah, I mean, I've had guys come to me in their low 20s. They want a vasectomy, and I turn them away. And they'll go somewhere else, or, whatever. They might get it. And I had one guy a couple of years ago, and he came back a year later. He's like, I want it reversed. I mean, it's not so simple.
A year later, wow. Does it increase like risk for prostate cancer or any of that kind of stuff? Because I remember it was
No, there's no risk. There's no increased risk of prostate cancer.
Awesome.
But I don't think there's any urologists in town that would do that. I think we the guys that do a lot of them, I think, would feel the same way. They'd tell you the same thing. We don't like to do them under 30.
Somebody in the chat asked, they said that after a vasectomy, his wife said she noticed he's noticeably thicker. Is that normal?
That is not normal.
Congrats, buddy.
Yeah, you did it.
Ah,
You did it.
man.
Congrats.
Congratulations.
You got a superpower, pal.
I had one at like 22. And,
Really?
And yeah, and when I went to get it reversed, near 10 years later or whatever, I went back to the guy who did that, and it was unsuccessful. So
Right.
I would say that's not a guy I would suggest.
Yeah, yes, reverse is not always successful. That's the thing.
Yeah, my second reversal was, but a hell of a process.
If you're thinking about having a reversal, more kids in the future, do not get a vasectomy.
Yeah, Dr. Watmo was involved in a landmark broadcast 12, 13 years ago when I got my vasectomy done on the radio. We we had an engineer sitting in Gino, our dear old engineer, sat in the corner
Poor guy.
You know what? That was probably
You know, people
comforting
still
for you.
bring that up all the time.
And worked the soundboard, like worked my microphone levels,
Turntables.
as I was wearing like a football broadcasting headset with microphone
Yeah.
attached, and the dear doctor was working on my vasectomy.
Did that help men hearing it?
Oh,
live?
absolutely. Yeah.
Absolutely.
A lot of great sound bites from that.
And my wife was
Recording.
looking over your shoulder the entire time.
Right. Yeah.
Oh,
She
yeah.
was there too.
She was there too.
Yeah.
It was a crowded room. I also asked the doctor to can you save the vas deferens that you cut? And you at first said, "Are you out of your mind?" And you gave it to me.
Yeah.
It was looked like a little linguine, a little piece of linguine.
Gross.
And I had it in a jar
You're Italian, so.
in formaldehyde, and I put it in my fridge. And it was in my fridge for years.
Wow.
And then we
Why?
moved, and my wife made me throw it out.
First time anybody's wanted to
Probably a
keep
good
it?
thing.
Probably
yeah,
a good
that's,
thing.
That's the first time, yeah.
But
Yes.
we love Dr. Huatma. Dr. Huatma, South County Urological. You
Wait, I
answered
have
a lot
one
of
more
questions.
question.
Yeah, go ahead, please.
So let me ask you this. I had testicular torsion.
Yes.
I got hit during a football game in high school. It came on, I thought I was going to have surgery. It came unwound on its own or whatever.
Right.
That's probably not the medical term, but that's what I call it.
Right.
But every once in a while, I like get a ghost pain in that testicle. It'll just be achy one day. Is that
Right.
normal?
Well, given the history of trauma, I think yes. You'd have to make sure you don't have what's called intermittent torsion. If it twists, on occasion, causing pain. I doubt it, but I don't know if you've had a recent ultrasound.
No, not recently.
The old twist and shout.
Twist and shout. Get it all twisted up. It hurt. It wasn't fun. And now one ball's bigger than the other because of it, but that's kind of cool.
Are you saying it's sore every once in a while?
Every once in a while, I'll just have like an achy day where I'm like, man, my right ball hurts. And it's the one that got
Twisted
torched up. Yeah, I had like a guy's face mask and like 9 guys jumped on the pile. It was pretty.
Oh, God.
It was gnarly.
movie.
It was gnarly. It was the only time I ever saw my Midwestern dad lose his composure when I had to show it to him. I was like, hey, I think something's going on. And it was just like the size of a cantaloupe and
Yeah.
black as night.
Oh.
Wow.
So you had a hematoma then.
Yeah, my dad was like, who normally is very stiff upper lip, was like, oh, get in the car! Immediately, we were like Smokey and the Bandit to the urologist. Almost saw him get weak-kneed. Yeah, big 6'4", very stoic man get extremely weak-kneed. But I made it without having to have surgery, which is good.
No, good.
Yeah, that's
excellent.
good.
All right, we love you. Dr. Huatma, everybody. South County Urological, southcountyurological.com. And, of course, join us on Saturday, the Zero Prostate Cancer Run and Walk. Join Team Rizz, 1057thepoint.com. Doc, we love you. Thank you so much.
No,
Yeah,
thank you.
thanks.
Thank
As
you.
always.
Last time I was here, Jeff Burton was standing to my right, but I'm very proud of you guys. Very happy that you're doing the walk run this weekend. And I hope everyone contributes to this great cause.
Yeah, it's a great cause. And really, thanks to Team Rizz for kind of putting this all together. We're just jumping on. They did all this, but, we appreciate their work and we appreciate your work.
Very
Doc.
informational.
The great Dr. Huatma.
Thank you, guys.
All right, welcome back to the program. Action-packed today. We got some of our friends from St. Louis Bourbon Festival coming in to talk about the big event happening on October 6th out at the historic Lent Mansion. Tomorrow on the program, NHRA driver Robert Height coming in. He's the current points leader. And our buddy from Rocked.com, Luke Spencer, will be here. Also tomorrow, the Craigslist Freak of the Week. The playoffs roll on. Round number 2, another Freak of the Year matchup. Just some good food news. How about that?
All right.
Some good news locally.
Sounds great.
Headline, best cheap places to eat in the U.S. And I tell you what, St. Louis had a great showing on this list.
Really?
Nice.
Best cheap places to eat in the U.S. So USA Today, they analyzed Google ratings of 28,000 budget-friendly restaurants across 50 U.S. states. And they considered everything from major fast food chains to mom-and-pop joints. And the only qualifiers are that the restaurant has to be designated as a $1 sign on Google's cost scale. You ever look up something on Google like a restaurant
Yeah, and
Like it's got
like
1
5
to
stars, but it's
one
dollars.
like 1 to 4 like dollar signs.
Oh, is it 4?
Maybe 4. 4 being $4 signs meaning expensive. So
They can go under 4.
So to be to designate it to be on this cheap place to eat list, it had to have $1 sign, and it had to have 200 plus reviews. So we had a great showing. We had 2 restaurants in the top 10, 3 restaurants in the top 15, and 4 restaurants in the top 50.
Nice.
Dang. Okay, so it is $4 signs.
$4 signs.
$4 signs means $55 and over. $3 signs is $40 to $55. $2 signs is $25 to $40, and $1 sign is $25 and under.
Okay, so this is best cheap eats in the U.S. Congratulations to the number 3 in the nation. I've never heard of this place. Maybe you have. Teatopia.
Say what? Spell it.
Teatopia.
Where is it?
T-E-A?
Teatopia. Teatopia.
Is that on Manchester?
I have no idea. I've never heard of it.
Cherokee.
But it's the 3rd best cheap place to eat in the U.S.
Whoa.
as analyzed by USA Today.
Teatopia. Here it is. Pumpkin spice.
Oh,
Nice. It does look yummy.
Oh, that's okay. So it's a tea place.
it's a tea place. Do they do
It's
food?
like, I mean, they have to do food if they're on this list,
I
right?
would think.
Okay, loose leaf tea, tea-infused smoothies. Okay, so they do smoothies. Here's food.
they got
Veggie wrap,
wraps
grilled
and stuff
chicken
like
wrap, chicken Caesar wrap.
Oh, well, I mean, that's the 3rd best cheap place to
Very
eat in the
cool.
U.S.
Oh, yeah, look at that. Honey wrap, nachos, quesadilla,
Looks great.
taco salad.
Congratulations, Teatopia. Number 6 on the list, Blue City Deli.
Nice.
Yeah.
You know what? They could charge more, and they don't.
Man, they're crushing it. They and the last couple like national lists we've had,
They've been on it. Best sandwich?
like Blue City Deli, killing it.
Yeah.
Congratulations, number 13, best cheap place to eat in the U.S., Balkan Treat Box, which is one of my favorites.
Wow.
The most delicious place.
You still haven't been, huh?
I know.
I know you don't eat meat and stuff like that, but they got so many vegetarian
I
options.
do, just not that I shouldn't.
Moon, you will love the flavor there. Like I eat similar to you, and man, there's just no flavor like it.
That
Well,
it really is. I know it's in the name, but
Where
it is.
is
a treat.
it? Where is it
It's in
again?
Webster Groves.
And they also have I believe
never-
they have a food truck, or they used to.
I don't think they do anymore.
Oh, they
I
got rid of
think
them.
it started as a food truck.
I'm never in Webster.
I know, and you know what? I'm not either. But when I am, I go. And especially during the week, like I need to stop there.
And they'll sell out. Like
Oh.
they'll have to close up because they're like, oh, we're all sold.
I don't know how you say it, but their grilled Balkan burger looks
Dude, everything's great there.
phenomenal.
Just the flatbread with the whatever the dressing.
They make
is.
everything there too.
So
And I
good.
like to
You think they'd meet me
order
halfway?
something different. No, they won't. They don't need you going. Moon.
Hey,
Oh.
can you meet me on Olive?
No. And then number 44 was Evaldi's Deli.
Nice.
Nice.
What was it?
Evaldi's, EOVALDIS, Evaldi's Deli. Am I saying that right? I think so.
Yeah.
And where's that?
We
Oh, that's on the hill?
I think I've been there.
Well, delionthehill.com is the website for it.
Then I guess it's on the hill. I would imagine it's on the hill then.
Oh,
So-
yeah,
so
look
there-
at that. Oh, this old South City, this type of brick, when it's like this, like, can you have bad
Old
food if
school,
it's made
man.
in that?
Nope.
No. Nope.
Oh, yeah,
It's
I've
gonna
been
be
there.
Perfecto. Yeah, that place is cool.
I've been there. There's nothing in there, dude. That's how you know it's good. You walk in and you're like, are you guys closing? Place open. It's just like a lady behind a little case. You make there's like maybe one dessert in the case, and they make you a sandwich in the back and they bring it out to you.
And their kids running around in there.
You just sit in a little area.
Oh, yeah, there's a Balkan Treat Box at City Park.
Yeah, I know. And somebody told me that those fries that I'm always talking about that's up in the TCU club.
Those are Balkans.
Those are Balkans. So,
Yeah.
yeah, I've had those. And remember, I raved, but I talked about it
Right.
for 3 days.
Well, and it's like a mini Balkan Treat Box. They only got like 3 things.
That's
and
right
it's
here,
quick
dude.
too.
Whatever this is, Savapi,
Don't curse at me.
I'm gonna be hitting that up
grilled
later.
beef sausages, and
Relax. So congratulations. 4 of
Needs an
the
implant.
top 50 are in St. Louis, the best cheap place to eat in the U.S. Hey, if you're looking to cure cramps and panic attacks,
Yes.
look no further.
okay.
I just got Lern's attention. Cramps and
Resident
panic
anxiety
attacks.
lady.
Look no further than bulk and treat.
Then Sour Patch Kids.
Okay. Can I just say before you even
Go
get
ahead.
into whatever this is, when I get nervous, I crave sour things. Like I do like sour, Patch Kids or whatever. Is there
This
a
is crazy
correlation?
because Sour Patch Kids aren't just for the movies or when you buy Halloween candy next month, but no trick-or-treater showed up and I got to eat them all. There are actually some really tough situations in adult life where Sour Patch Kids can come to your rescue. So check this out. So cramps. Sour Patch Kids can help you when you're cramping up. Then the theory is extremely sour foods trigger a specific set of receptors in your body that stop cramps. You can also try pickle juice to cure cramps, but that's less tasty. Panic attacks. When you feel a panic attack coming on, eating something sour like Sour Patch Kids gives you an intense sensory experience, and that could break you out of your spiral and help ground you.
That's awesome.
And then tough workouts, they say. When you finally made it to the gym but don't have the energy to keep going, high sugar candies like Sour Patch Kids are a good way to get some fast carbs into your system to give you a boost. There you go.
Interesting. Then you got to work. You got to do those extra reps to burn off the Sour Patch Kids.
Oh, yeah, but it's
That study paid for.
a couple extra calories there. McDonald's, big news. McDonald's adding 2 new dipping sauces to their menu. Ooh. And they teased them online on social media on Monday, but only revealed the date. Now we know the flavors. The first one's called Mambo. It's based on a popular sauce in the D.C. area. They describe it as a tomato-based sauce that's sweet, spicy, and vinegary. They tested it at a couple locations back in 2021. And the second one is sweet and spicy jam. It's their first breakfast-inspired dipping sauce. They say it's a, quote, jammy red pepper sauce with a tongue-numbing Szechuan peppercorn kick.
Oh, dude, that's like a what do they call it? Spicy? It's
The chili sauce?
Chili sauce,
Sorry
spicy.
about
Yeah,
that.
it's the stuff we brought back from Australia.
Extra heat from cayenne.
Sweet chili sauce. So
Yes,
you
yes.
get sweet chili sauce at like Asian markets or on the Asian
Yeah.
dude, and you put that with any sort of chicken thing, and that's like the standard was 15 years ago in Australia, and like every time you go get some sort of fast food chicken or something, like sweet chili sauce, and dude, that's a game changer. And finally, it's coming over, and it looks like McDonald's is doing it because I'm looking at it, and the colors that they picked for these for the lids of these things make it attractive. I want to try these sauces.
Both sauces hit the menu October 9th for a limited time. I don't know how long they'll be around. And one final thing before we hit the break. Back in May, Kraft announced an update to the packaging for their Kraft singles because the number one complaint was it's too hard to remove the plastic, the thin plastic film
My thumbs are too big.
On what? On what?
on
the
the
cheese.
individual Kraft
Oh,
slices.
right, yeah. I thought it was because people weren't removing it correctly and they were eating plastic.
Well, Kraft just issued a voluntary recall for Kraft singles to prevent people from eating the plastic wrappers.
Well, there you go.
They say it's precautionary after a temporary issue with one of their wrapping machines. When you remove the wrapper on each slice, a thin strip of plastic could rip off and stick to the cheese. Mm-hmm. So you might not realize that tossing on a burger, the plastic could be a choking hazard, especially for kids. I don't know if the new wrappers are a problem or not. Back in May, they said they'd be thicker, sturdier, and easier to open, and that they'd be switching to them later this year. Yeah, Americans' fat fingers can't get the little thin. I don't have the dexterity as well. My fingers are fat. They don't say when they're going to roll out these new fatter wrappers, but we don't know if these were the new wrappers or the old version that they're recalling. But they also said they'd be changing the logo on the outer wrapper. And the cheese, they recall, does have that new logo. They're recalling nearly 84,000 cases of the Kraft singles.
Based on the wrappers?
Yeah, they said a little piece of the wrapper is getting stuck on the cheese.
Fine cheese.
I'll stop it with that.
Oh.
Yeah, now you're getting cheese product and wrapper product.
And a wrapper, they kind of taste the same. It's a pretty good deal.
Well, I'll push
2
back
for
on
one.
that. I'm not eating those things, but they do taste good.
We get it. Scott does not think American cheese is cheese.
I'm with him.
Amen.
Well, he's
See?
right. We
The whole
we all
country's
admit
It's a
behind me.
gray area.
The whole country.
It's a gray area.
It's waxy.
It is a gray area.
Yeah, it
Look
is
it up.
great.
Look
It
it
is
up.
great till they put the yellow food
Look it
color
up.
in
It's a good cheese, though. I mean,
Look it up.
it tastes good. It's a good thing. I don't know.
It's whatever.
Well, we can
If
call it
American
whatever.
cheese left the shelves today, I wouldn't miss it.
Nope.
I would.
Do I need to leave the country now because I said it?
I
Because I
wouldn't
did
either.
say
Hey,
it.
we're in North America.
I would
wouldn't
say
either.
yes, you should probably think about moving to Canada.
I miss it on certain things, like American cheese. Like if every once in a while, a cheeseburger, I don't need the fancy cheddar or
Dude, it takes
all this
like
other
10
stuff.
slices of American cheese to even taste the cheese and some good
That's
bread.
completely not true.
Blasphemy. That's the
I stand
dumbest
by
thing
it.
I've
You put
ever
some mayonnaise with that cheese, and ooh.
I'm going to make you all a grilled cheese sandwich one day.
No, a grilled cheese, yes. You
and
may
you tell
need
me
2 or
which
3
grilled
slices.
cheese is the best.
You may need
for
2 or
real.
3
I
slices
agree.
for a grilled
Mhm.
cheese.
Oh, I'm eating that today.
But on like a smash burger?
In what world do you live in where a slice of American Craft Singles, just one slice, is helping you out?
On a smash burger.
Let me tell you
Whatever,
That's like
man.
a
It just-
3-ounce smash burger?
It melts into the burger. You don't even taste the cheese.
Yeah, but don't you want a better product if you're going all the way out for that?
Oh my God!
What?
Don't you want a better product if you're going for that? Don't you want like a good
No,
solid?
sometimes simple is better.
I want to actually
You don't
taste the
need
cheese.
to-
But,
Don't you
but
think
this is
cheddar's
the
pretty
opposite of simple. Cheese is simple.
Yeah, cheddar
A
seems very
processed
simple.
thing is less than simple.
But
It
the
is designed to have a melting point.
It's designed to be cheap as hell to make
And the last
That's-
and
600
sell to
years.
you
Bring
Untrue.
it to me.
because
Lay
of
it on me.
convenience and ease.
That's right.
It has certain properties. It has certain taste to it.
It'll be fresh
That-
in 600
Yeah,
years.
cheddar on. I'm shutting your microphone off. You
No.
communist in that
We're
room. You
rising
should.
up. We are rising up on this.
Yeah, you
stuff.
are rising up, just hammer and sickle,
Yeah.
all of you.
Those natural foods are bad.
Here it is.
Right.
This is
Sometimes
You guys are
blasphemy.
bound down to your corporate
you know what?
Let me tell you
Sometimes-
something. Let me paint a picture.
Sometimes
Pretty
it's
communist.
fine to. It's great to eat healthy,
Socialist.
Scott. Sometimes
You know who accuses people of being
It's okay to
communists?
treat yourself.
Communist. That's right.
You know who else? Heroes. Heroes who saved this country. That's
Don't
who.
bring them into this, all right?
Let me
Crazy.
tell you something.
We are in the cheese aisle
My
right now.
grandfather didn't storm the beaches of Normandy so you guys could put sharp cheddar on your cheeseburgers.
Hey, he is the king of cheese. King Scott is the king of cheese.
Thank you.
Well, let me
Thank
tell
you.
you
You should
something,
know.
dude. Here's what
me
happens.
too.
Get a charcoal grill out. You make the perfect half-pound patty. You sear it. You get a little Worcestershire sauce and some salt and pepper on it. Now it's ready for cheese. You guys go in there and throw your fancy Colby Jack or your sharp cheddar on, and guess what
Hell
happens?
yeah.
You close the grill, you open it up. Does it melt? No. It turns into like a waxy. It'll fall right off the burger. It doesn't even adhere itself to the burger. It turns into like a waxy, weird.
It tastes
But you throw a
amazing.
slice of American on there, dude. You close the grill for about 45 seconds, and that thing has now enveloped the entire burger. It tastes
and
great.
I
understand.
do like cheddar on burgers.
I
I like
understand the
Swiss on
pluses.
burgers. I like
It's fine.
your
I
Colby
care
Jack,
about
it's
you.
fine.
You're
I
telling
care
me you're
about
going
you.
to High Point and getting American cheese on your
As
order?
Rizz
Yeah,
would
that's
say-
what they will have on High Point
As
burgers
Rizz
is
would
American
say,
cheese.
No.
You're paying
You
for
can
the
get
You're out of your
convenience.
whatever you
mind.
want.
You're paying for the convenience.
It
You're
is-
paying
it
with
is
your health. And I
Get off
care
your
about
high
you.
horse.
I care about you.
I care about
Go on a
farmers.
cheeseburger.
All I want is cheese that's going to make an impact. And honestly, the American cheese, it seeps into the burger. You don't even remember you
Not
put that
true.
slice on there.
It tastes great.
Unless you
As,
put two or
as
three
Gary
slices.
on the feedback is saying, Jesus Christ, jeez. Out of your minds.
I stand by it.
Yeah, you're all wrong. Rafe is the only right one in this room with me.
Incorrect.
Thank you.
Erroneous.
Yikes.
All right, we'll talk to our friends at the St. Louis Bourbon Festival next. All right, welcome back to the program. Joined in studio by Drew and James from the St. Louis Bourbon Society. Hey, welcome back to the program.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, when was the last time you guys were here?
Last October, I think, right?
No.
No, we were here for
Bourbon and Brews.
Oh, Bourbon and Brews.
Yeah.
Was that
yeah.
May? June?
that would have been probably in May.
May.
Yeah.
Okay.
May, okay.
Yeah.
Well, you got a big event coming up, the St. Louis Bourbon Festival. So it's next is that next Saturday? The 6th?
Friday night.
Oh, Friday night.
Friday, yep.
Getting my dates all weird.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Sorry.
It's hard.
So I know it's October 6th. It's over at the Lemp Mansion. It's the 3rd annual St. Louis Bourbon Fest. The historic Lemp Mansion, the Lemp Grand Hall and Lofts. It'll be a thing from 5 to 9 o'clock. That's on Cherokee Street. So explain what the event is.
Oh man. Well, it's a large bourbon festival.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. So we're gonna basically take over about 4 city blocks. We're gonna have around a little over 100 vendors out, probably about 600 different samples of different kinds of whiskey from all over the world.
Wow.
So, yeah, it's an interactive experience where we want people to walk around. We have indoor spaces, outdoor spaces. We have gazebos. We have 2 cigar patios. We have live music, food trucks, special presentations, and some amazing fried chicken from the Lemp Mansion, which has undoubtedly some of the best fried chicken that's in St. Louis.
So you got these master distillers coming in from all over the world, giving
Yeah.
seminars and sampling, and
Yeah.
so is it one cost to get in? And you
So yeah, the general admission is 6 to 9 p.m. and it's $90, but that gets you unlimited samples for the evening. And like you said, there's over 100 different vendors to choose from. There's cigar patios. The presenters, we have a couple tickets for them that are no cost, and a couple of them that are a few dollars. Just depends on which ones you choose. But yeah, there's a lot to do in 3 hours. So want people to be responsible. Don't go too crazy. Have a plan. The vendor guide is actually posted on our website, stlouisbourbonfestival.com, so you can kind of get a feel for who's going to be there and get your plan together. Don't want you to start at tent 1 and try to go through all of them. That would be a bad idea.
I mean,
there's no prize if you finish all of them. So
yeah, there's no T-shirt or anything like that.
yeah. Well, I'm just looking at who's gonna be here. I mean, you got all the big names.
Yeah, we got everything from a whole bunch of their great local Missouri distilleries all the way up to our title sponsor, Jack Daniels. So we got them all.
You got them all. So they'll have little tables set up and presenting their wares.
Absolutely.
And there's a lot of great Missouri distilleries that are doing really well these last 10, 20 years now, right?
Yeah, for sure. Especially in the last 5 years, they've really been starting to produce some products, even here in Missouri, that are really, really excellent. Like Holiday, the one that we shared a minute ago.
Yeah, talk about some of the local bourbon whiskey people that are making some waves here.
Yeah, well, there's quite a few. I mean, I think in Missouri alone, there's got to be at least 50. I mean, there are so many.
There's more than you think, for sure.
Yeah, there's a lot, and a lot of them, started years ago, and a lot of their products now are coming up on between 4 and 8 years old already. So, like this Holiday, what we're having right now, their very first product they put out was 6 years old. So they waited until they had some age on their product.
Right.
And a lot of local distilleries, used to get a bad connotation for having younger product, but that's not the case anymore. They've been around a while. I mean, Still 630, I think, just released a 10-year.
Yeah, they had a 10-year rye.
10-year rye just came out. So they can compete with the big boys, no problem.
All right, so basic questions as far as, whiskey goes. What's the difference between whiskey, bourbon, and rye?
Well,
James, to you.
Bourbon is a whiskey. So, essentially.
So all bourbon is whiskey?
Correct. Yeah. Really, the difference is for bourbon, it has to be put in a new charred oak cask. And that's really the primary difference between it. Like, for example, Jack Daniels, many don't consider a bourbon just because it's put through a charcoal mellowing process. But, really the biggest difference is that for bourbon, it has to be 51% corn, and it has to be put into a new charred oak cask. Those are the really big differences that really separate bourbon from any other of the whiskeys out there. And then really from there, it's just the primary grain that goes into it. So, when you've got a rye whiskey, the predominant grain in that whiskey is going to be rye.
Okay.
Right? So, like for this example, this is a rye. And this is a Jack Daniels single barrel rye, which happens to be one of my favorites from them. And there's a great connection, actually, between St. Louis and Jack Daniels. So, not to plug Jack Daniels too hard, but they are the event sponsor for this year.
Sure,
so,
sure.
Might as well. But
a little love.
there is a great connection between Jack Daniels and St. Louis. So, back in the 1904 World's Fair here in St. Louis, at the urging of family and friends, he was actually encouraged to submit one of his whiskeys for a medal.
The Jack Daniels.
The Jack Daniels,
The guy.
and he actually did indeed won a gold medal for his product in the 1904 World's Fair here in St. Louis. And then kind of a little bit later on, when Prohibition hit Tennessee, they actually stored some barrels here in basically a warehouse, which is what now is IKEA down
really?
in the Cortex area.
Huh.
So yeah, so good storied history between even Jack Daniels, our title sponsor.
Was Jasper Newton Jack Daniels? Like that was his name, Jasper Newton Daniels?
I think you're right. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's interesting. And he
Jasper.
looks he looks exactly like you would hope Jack Daniels would look, like massive beard.
Yeah.
And his real name was Jasper?
Jasper Newton Daniel.
Jasper, yeah. He bought
Look up how he died.
Yeah.
Sounds like a soda.
He bought the distillery from a Lutheran pastor, and then essentially took it over. And there's a whole story behind that. And Uncle Nearest Green, who was the a freed black man, essentially that learned how to make whiskey, and he's the one that taught Jack Daniels how to distill and make Jack Daniels whiskey. So that brand is actually spun off now too for Uncle Nearest, which is a great product
great
as
whiskey.
well. And they have lots of relatives actually that lived here in St. Louis still. Currently still to this day. So,
all right, so I got a question. I got a question for you guys. So let's say I'm going to somebody's house. I know they're a whiskey drinker. Okay, I got to bring something to the house.
Yes.
What's a good? I know this guy likes whiskey. I know this guy likes bourbon. I got to bring something. I don't want to bring crap, and I don't want to spend a gazillion dollars. What's a good? I know this guy's going to like this whiskey.
That's a loaded question.
Pappy, 15.
Well, I just want
Yeah.
your
No, I'm
opinion.
just
What would
kidding.
you bring?
If I knew he was a regular drinker, I'd probably choose something. I'd start with proof and just start with something over 100. Just because generally you're going to get a little more complexity and flavors out of a bit higher proof that has less water in it. But from there, I mean, the sky's the limit. I mean, what would you bring? I'd probably grab. What I would do is I'd probably go find a local single barrel pick from a local group, could be us or anybody else, but at a retailer, and bring something unique. Every single barrel is going to have its own, uniqueness to it, its own flavor profile that you can't find in another one. So I'd grab that. They're usually cask strength. They're usually over 100, and they're definitely going to be something he might not already have.
What, to piggyback on that question, though, what is a good, if you have always wanted to dabble in whiskey or bourbon or rye, where do you start? What would be a good introduction to drinking it?
Oh, really? And
Cocktails.
Yeah. Well, the great thing about like a group like ours is we're really big into education. So that's really how I started, was listening to podcasts like Bourbon Pursuit, and really kind of finding out, okay, what are some of these products that I can find that are not going to break my bank, where I can actually experiment and find out what my palate likes. So for me, one of my favorite brands is Michter's. It's a brand that you can buy for roughly $40 a bottle. And they've got a lot of different basic expressions. They've got bourbons. They've got regular whiskey. They've also got rye. And they're $40 a bottle. And you can try the whole gamut to find out really what your palate likes. And then if you like, once you kind of hone it in from there, then you can buy some of like Michter's more allocated products like Shanks or Bomburgers, which are essentially, then you're moving up into the $60, $70, $80, $100 a bottle range. So, but it gives you that latitude to kind of figure out what your palate likes. Because if you buy a bottle just because somebody says it's cool, and then you try it and you're like, man, I just wasted $100 of my money because I don't like it.
Well, I just bought a bottle for a friend who's a whiskey drinker, and when I find like now when you go to most stores, you can't even get the rare. It's always a lottery.
Yeah.
Like if you want to get Pappy's or you want to get some of these, like even Stag, I know is a well sought after brand. You can't even get it without getting into a lottery because the distillers.
They only put out so many bottles.
They have, and they have
such a run on it.
And
now.
it has to do with like how much you buy, how much the liquor store buys in bulk, and all this stuff.
Yeah.
Those are always fun to try, but I think people in general will be disappointed with all the hype versus the cost of the bottle and such. But and this is obviously
this one good. Murray Hill Club.
Yeah, the cigar
Joseph
blend, that's pretty good.
Magnus.
Yeah,
Joseph Magnus is great. They make another really good cigar blend of that kind that's really good.
This is an obvious plug for the festival, but really, if you are getting into, the original question was if you're getting into whiskey or bourbon.
Nice.
The most cost-effective thing you can do is go to a good bourbon festival. You pay one fee, and you get to try
what you want.
several things, and you kind of get the feel for, okay, what do I like? High proof, low proof? Do I like rye? Do I like bourbons? Do I like weeded, finished? I mean, there's, obviously there's so many you can choose from, but that's the way to do it, in my opinion.
All right, what are your thoughts on ice cubes in bourbon?
Drink it how you like it.
Drink how you like it, but I will say that ice cubes are uncontrolled, whereas if you just want to add a little bit of water to your bourbon, that's a controlled amount.
Yeah.
So, and like eyedropper or just a little splash in there, that's better. Ice cube, everything tastes better cold usually, but that add an ice cube will change your drink every minute it's in there, right?
I mean, think about it. So it's kind of like if you like it cold, that's one thing. But what we do usually to proof things down, really 10 or 15 drops will proof something down pretty far in your glass. So you can imagine that if you're sticking a whole ice cube in there, how many drops are in an ice cube, depending upon how big that cube is. You could be proofing it way down and diluting it completely to where you've lost a lot of the flavor and character of the spirit. So I think
they make bourbon
cubes
stones,
are better.
right?
What?
They make like bourbon stones, right? Like cold stones?
They do make, they do make bourbon stones. Yep, you could put cold stones in there and stuff like that. I haven't used it because I'm always freaking out. I'm going to like choke on one or something.
Right.
But, luckily that'd be the way that I'd go, dying on a...
All right, so let's talk about the fall's premier bourbon event is the St. Louis Bourbon Festival, the third annual, so it's next Friday.
Yep.
Over at the historic Lent Mansion, and you guys are taking over basically a 4-block area.
Yeah, 4 city blocks, indoor, outdoor, multiple buildings, cigar patios, courtyards. Nice. It's a ton of fun. A lot of cool areas to explore. Get a couple samples and walk around, check out the historic area of Benton Park. And then a portion of our ticket proceeds supports the St. Louis Hero Network.
Awesome.
For first responders, yes.
Awesome. STLouisBourbonFestival.com. STLouisBourbonFestival.com. More than 500-plus whiskeys from around the world. It's going to be an amazing event.
It's going to be fun.
It's going to be fun.
We're looking forward to it. Like I said, it's a good way to, give back to charity, try some new things that you haven't had before, and enjoy some of the city, too.
Yeah.
So, like I said, the event space itself is the cool part, just to have people wander around and be able to experience some of the architecture and some of the unique things that are, that are going to the wayside in our city. So
maybe a ghost.
You never know.
Might even
that fried chicken's haunted for sure.
You never know.
For real.
So it's Drew, it's James from the St. Louis Bourbon Society, the St. Louis Bourbon Festival next Friday, STLouisBourbonFestival.com. And I just want to, during the break there, see some of those bottles.
Let's do it.
So I want to see what's going on there.
Labels.
I just want to read some labels.
Yeah.
Let's do sports. All right, Mooners, what do you got?
Sports presented by DraftKings at Casino Queen. Think you know football? Bet on it at DraftKings at Casino Queen Sportbook. Michaelis and Helsley led the Cardinals as they erased an early deficit and held off the Brewers for a 4-1 victory last night in Milwaukee. Michaelis, who's 7-13, won his first game against a division opponent since May 25th.
Nice.
He had gone 0-6 since then. Cards and Brewers again in Wisconsin with a start of 6:40 tonight.
The season's finally turned.
All right, Scott, every day, huh?
I'm still in hopes.
Every day.
The biggest Cardinals fan here.
Wheels on the bus.
Every day.
Vrana, Ratcliffe, and Sundquist scored goals as the Blues beat the Blue Jackets 3-2 in their third game of the preseason. Bennington made 10 saves on 11 shots faced in the first period, and then Malcolm Subban made 20 saves in the final 2 periods. The Blues play in Chicago on Thursday before playing Dallas and Independence, Missouri on Saturday night. Brooks Robinson. That is like the classic baseball name, right? Baltimore Orioles legend who made MLB history by winning 16 straight Gold Gloves at third base has passed away. The team announced it yesterday. He was 86 years old, an Arkansas native. Robinson signed with the Orioles for $4,000 in 1955. Soon in uniform for the big league club, after about 5 seasons of sporadic playtime and struggles at the plate, he broke through in 1960 with an all-star nod, a third-place finish in MVP voting, and his first Gold Glove, and then made history after that. No other American League third baseman would win a Gold Glove until 1976. They called this guy the human vacuum cleaner. That is
nice. That was Scott's nickname in school.
Yeah, for different reasons.
Cool guy alert.
Lots of
suction boys.
yeah, lots of tributes from baseball players and fans over social. The human vacuum cleaner.
Would you say my name?
Yes, I did. Sorry about that. Sorry to get you confused with Brooks Robinson. The New York Jets are planning to sign quarterback Trevor, Siemian? Siemian. To their practice squad pending a physical. According to multiple reports, he's anticipated signing coincides with persistent questions and criticism, obviously starting or around their starting quarterback Zach Wilson, who struggled through the first 3 weeks of the season after taking over for injured Aaron Rodgers week 1. Siemian, 31, last played as a backup to Justin Fields, with the Bears in 2022. He made 2 appearances, including 1 start in Chicago, a 6-year NFL vet. He's previously played as a starter and a backup for the Broncos, the Saints, and had a previous stint with the Jets in 2019. So they know him kind of. He started 2 seasons with the Broncos from 2016 to 2017 and has primarily played as a backup since. Moon, and that's your sports because doing the bull dance, feeling the flow, working it.
I don't know if you saw this, but Adam Wainwright made it official. He will not pitch again.
Won't be pitching again. Yeah, his last pitch was a curveball, but they say that there's a chance. He had some batting gloves hanging up in his locker.
He said he wants to take one final at bat.
Take a bat. Now, was he the one that hit a home run his first at bat?
That's right. That's right. I think him and Wilson Contreras.
Wouldn't that
the
be
only 2 Cardinals on currently?
So he stopped at 200.
Only 2
That's
Cardinals?
it.
Oh, yeah, only 2 Cardinals.
They're currently playing.
Yeah,
but he does want to bat one more time.
Stopped at 200. They'll have the 200 wins. Won't start again. Michaelis started one so he could get in another one before the end of the season.
I think that's smart.
But wouldn't that be dope if he went out with 200 wins?
Love it.
For one team, started and ended his at-bats
with a home run?
With home
so
runs.
throw him
Yes.
a meatball. Come on.
Come on.
Throw him a
on,
meatball.
give it to him.
Let him hit
Yes.
one out.
Tell him what's coming.
All right, one final break. We'll come back and wrap her up. That is it for us. Donnie Fandango is next. What a busy show today, huh?
Huge.
Busy show.
Huge. Tomorrow, even busier. So we got NHRA driver Robert Height in studio. He's the current champion. The big NHRA event is this weekend over at Worldwide Technology Raceway. Our buddy Luke Spencer's going to be here from rock.com.
Nice.
Craig's Freak of the Week. Playoffs roll on. That's all tomorrow. But today, let's recap today's Pappy's Recap.
Brought to you by Pappy's Smokehouse, celebrating 15 years, locally owned, world famous, 2 locations, including Highway 70 and Mid-Rivers Mall Drive in St. Peters. Everything we covered on the show today, lots of sports stuff, crap on celebrities, Rizz news. I have the world's biggest boobs. That was supposed to be in quotation. Sorry, quotation. But the pain feels like a knife slicing into my back. We got a gal here that doesn't want to reduce them, but like he's trying to, I don't know. It's an interesting story. Check it out on the Rizz News section. By the way, today is a lot of different days, and it's also Dense Finger Day because that's the podcast title.
Dense Finger?
It's Dense Finger Day.
We may have just made that up.
Yeah, maybe.
Celebrating all the dense fingers out there.
Starting in 2023, today, September 27th, is Dense Finger Day.
Ooh, those are dense.
Which reminds me, big thanks to our buddy Dr. Huatma.
That's right.
He doesn't have dense fingers.
No.
Dr. Huatma, the best in the business. And all that prostate health stuff is so important. If you missed any of it, I think it's important you go back and you download the podcast. And
I got all my questions answered. That's
Good.
for damn sure.
we learned a lot about Lern today also.
Yes, we did.
Thank
I did not. He really ducked the whole growers v. showers research, but other than that, it was pretty good.
Hey, Rafe's special comes out tonight. Premiere 7 o'clock tonight.
So happy for you.
7 o'clock.
How do you feel? I mean, this is your first special.
It's mixed. I feel mixed. I feel good about it, but I've also, I kind of told you this morning, like you go through, Moon and I were talking about it too, like you listen to your own. I've edited and looked at it so much that I'm like, I want to just bury it in a coffee can in the backyard because I'm like, I don't even know if this is funny anymore.
you have no idea.
I feel like I like my new hour so much better, and it's just like I know that it's good, but I've spent too much time with it. I'm too close to it. Right. So now I'm ready for it to be out in the world, so I never have to look at it again.
It's going to be released to the world today, your baby. Being born today at 7 o'clock.
That's
and there will be plenty of people online ready to rip that.
Hey,
thing.
that's all
maybe
right.
a
Screw those
dingo
people.
ate your baby.
Hey, so where does everybody go?
You have to go to, and I'll put it on the socials, obnoxiously, but you have to go to Chelsea Lynn's YouTube. We'll be doing a live premiere, so it's YouTube/@Chelsea Lynn. But I'll put the actual link. There's links all over the place. There's links in the. You can go to my website, rafewilliams.com, and it has a direct link. It has a pop-up window. You can go there to find it. And or go to my socials, and I'll be sharing it all afternoon. I'll be sharing it on the Rizz socials too. So I'd appreciate it. Anything if you want. If you got none, there's writer's strike. What else are you gonna do? You gonna watch a rerun of freaking The Office? Come on.
Writer's strike is over. Get the memo.
Well, guess what? They're not writing anything this afternoon to go up.
That's right.
There ain't going to be nothing new on TV by 7 p.m., I promise.
All right, anybody, anything else?
No.
Nah.
All right, we leave you with a selection from our team. Remember the day brought to you by Hot Shot.